What's going on, everyone? Time for Franklin versus Gunter, the last game of Thursday's action, 3A D2. Had some good games today, and I think this one's going to be just as good. Will this one could be the game of all the state state games happening. I mean, you got number 1 versus number 2. Talk to me a little about this one, Will. What do you think we can expect on this one?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of games today where it's teams that we didn't really expect coming into it that they would go this far or even go past the first couple rounds. And now we've got Franklin and Gunter, and these are the two teams, basically all year that people were looking at. It's not much of a surprise that these are the two that we have, so I think we're set up for a great game.
And for those that are going to find this, and I'll mention this a few times throughout the broadcast, if you're clicking here and you're saying, where's the game? I want to watch the game. Why are y'all on the screen? Well, of course, Valley Sports is the one that is doing the game. They are on DirecTV and Xfinity. So if you have DirecTV and Xfinity, that's where you should go check it out and watch it. Of course, if you don't, that's kind of why we're here, right? We want to give the people the chance to see what the score is, see how much time is left. Give those people a chance to know what's going on in the game. And of course, Will, we have a special guest today. I know you're the one that got him here, so go ahead and tell us who we have today.
Yeah, we got a very special guest. We mentioned in our last broadcast that he was going to make me look tiny. I'm seated down a little bit, but still, we've got Anthony Holmes Jr. out of Westfield, currently uncommitted, but he's got a lot on his mind right now, and he's going to weigh in on this game a little bit. So we're happy to have you.
Thank you. Blessed to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Anthony, and a little fun time. Will said got a lot of heavy decisions on you, but you get to relax and enjoy some football tonight. And we'll talk a little bit about the recruitment process a little bit. I know we'll have some questions for you, but glad to be here, man. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Glad to be here too. Excited for this game. I don't really get to watch too many state games early on. Like I just watched the 6A.
Yeah.
But like the earlier A's, I don't really watch it. So excited to see what they look like.
Now, have you yourself at any point in kind of your childhood from now ever been to AT&T Stadium to watch a state game?
No, sir.
Oh, man. And let me tell you, hopefully you can get there, or unfortunately you couldn't get there with Westfield, but if you ever get a chance, in the future years, definitely give it a shot. It's an experience, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I think, this is kind of cool. 6A guy, one of the biggest schools in the city, really in the state. And we're watching teams where the total enrollment is, combined smaller than Westfield. Yeah. I mean, we don't have the numbers right now, but I would assume combined it's got to be less than 1,000. So when you see smaller teams like that, I mean, how many guys were on the Westfield team this year?
I'll say about, I think like 70.
70? Yeah.
I'll have to check out the team for sure.
70, 75 guys on one team, and we're probably going to see that almost total from these two teams.
Yeah.
Maybe 100 total.
I think if I saw it correctly, I think, Franklin has an enrollment of like just over 300. It tells you how small of a school that is.
Yeah.
So, but we love it. I mean, you're gonna have some athletes. Bryson Washington, who they're showing right now, especially, he's been one of the workhorses along with his brother Bobby Washington. So, gonna love it. I think we're about a couple minutes away from kickoff here, so. Stay with us as we get ready. So we'll be here throughout the game. And of course, as we mentioned, we're not showing the game. We're just talking about it, showing obviously the score on the bottom of the screen there. So thanks for coming, and we'll stick around. So.
You tweeted the link out.
Oh, well, yeah, let me do that right now. Let me get a picture of you. Cool. Thanks.
What's been your favorite game this year so far? High school.
Like just in general, or playoffs, or just
in general. We'll both do regular season and then playoffs.
Whew, that's a tough one.
I feel like I went to a lot of blowouts this year.
There have been quite a few. I mean, because like you think Shiner Refugio, for instance, definitely did not live up to the hype. Shiner came and just dominated. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's a good question. How about you? Was there one at Westfield that was really memorable for you?
Spring and North Shore. It was great.
I was gonna say you had two this year. And you beat me week 1 at Strake.
Yeah.
Man, that was awful. It was great for you, but shut us out at home week 1.
That's some pretty good alignment though. It was alright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, one of the early weeks of the season, and you beat North Shore. Like, what's that like?
And I was so excited. I thought like from beating them, I was just thinking so highly of our team. Like to come out and beat a team like that early on in the season, I was just so happy. You know,
Yeah.
Because in my career, we never beat them. My freshman year, I seen them blow us out. Then my sophomore year, we lost by a touchdown. by field goal. So to finally beat them, it was just, I don't know, very exciting.
Someone put up a graphic right after you guys won. Like, Westfield historically is pretty good against North Shore. Like, compared to basically any other team, I mean, it's about 500. Like, it's back and forth. And obviously the last few years, especially since Coach K's been there, it hasn't been as competitive. But, I mean, you guys brought it to them. They didn't really expect it.
Yeah.
Week 2, week 3, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we play good, but we just got to get over that hump and get to state and win it.
Who are some of the guys that are going to be on the team next year that you think could lead them further than you guys were able to get this year?
That's a good question. I would say up front on defense, Xavier McCray, Bryson Barker, who else? We have Ray Jones and Chris Walker. They all just got learn their assignments and stuff, and just work as a unit. And them guys will be great up front, but some standout players, I would say Taji Atkins, Anthony Cathcart, who else? What's his name? Braylon Wyatt, Cam Phoenix, and I almost forgot Dejon Palamo. He's a great wide receiver. He's kind of small guy, possession catch. So we got a few guys coming back. Kelby, it's a lot of them. I can't just sit here and name all of them, but they just gotta play great football. They won't go there.
I know. When you practice with guys like that, especially at your level, when anyone kind of challenges you or is right next to you and makes the plays that you've been making for 3-4 years, like you feel like, man, that guy could do what I do at this level.
And don't forget my O-line too. I didn't mention him. My O-line's going to be great next year.
All right, here we go. Gunter starts with the ball, and we'll see what happens. I mean, had a nice little kick for Franklin to pin him a little deep there.
Y'all know anybody on these teams that got some big offers or anything?
Both the Washington brothers do, right?
I believe so. Let's see. Let's see if we can find this out. Gunter with an early third down here, and we've seen.
Yeah.
We've seen. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Franklin can get. Franklin wants this. I'm not gonna lie. I think I picked Franklin to win this one. We'll see what happens. It looks like Franklin is going to get a 3 and a. Uh-oh.
Strip. Oh, they probably called it dead.
And that's one of the Washington brothers right there.
Gunter got some nice helmets.
That's what we've been talking about a lot today is jerseys and helmets. Because it's these small schools, usually they've got a smaller budget. They don't have, as much resources as bigger programs like a lot of schools we have here.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was Falls City that had the helmets that were just all beat up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, theirs was definitely a little beat up.
I don't copy and paste.
I just tagged you too, so if you want to retweet that.
Okay.
So Bobby Washington, nothing yet, but he is class of 2023, so.
Yeah, 340 the enrollment there. I mean, That seems. Is that like the cutoff for 3AD2?
I think it's right around the cutoff. Yeah.
I would kill 3A. Like, oh my god.
Oh no.
That's too.
Oh wow! Popped right back into his arms. So lucky there. I think that's the other Washington brother.
He done a lot of fumbling.
Yeah.
Right into his arms, though.
3 fumbles already.
Second and 1 for Franklin, and the other Washington brother gets in. He picks up the first down. Franklin moving the ball early.
So they're both playing on both sides of the ball, right?
Yeah, I think I know at least 15, but I believe both of them play both sides. Oh, 24 with a huge hole. He could go all the way. Let's see.
He's
gone. Touchdown, Franklin. Now, that's how you start the game.
Uh-oh. Hopefully don't get ugly.
So, you're a defensive guy, and you've played a lot of tough teams in the last couple of years, and there's been times when you've had bad first quarters, first halves. If you give up a touchdown like that, just a huge gain, that a play that opens up that really shouldn't have, what goes on in the sideline? You know, what does coach say?
Our defense coordinator don't really come to us in the game. He let us, go to the bench and talk to each other amongst each other, see what was going wrong. Just try to fix everything by ourselves without just running to the coach, or the coach didn't want to come over there and we're all yelling at each other, and then it messes him up. So he just let us fix it by ourselves. So after something like that, we just come together, see what we did wrong, and then hopefully the offense will score back. Just keep a positive mindset, because that's what you need in these type of games. You can't let it get to you. Let it get to you, then it's gonna be confusion all game. So no, don't do that.
That was a quick drive. How many plays was that?
I believe it was only 4 plays, and it took up maybe a minute, I feel like. So, but this is what Franklin's done, it feels like, all season. They've kind of been on somewhat of a revenge tour, I feel like. So, it'll be interesting to see what Gunter can do here. Like I said, I've picked Franklin. I think I've kind of picked him since the beginning. But, not do or die here, but Gunter goes 3 and out again. That's now your ears start perking up. Like, okay, this could be another blowout here.
Yeah.
That's enough people.
Nice. So, we're only 3 minutes into the game, but I feel like there's an elephant in the room that we haven't talked about yet. He decommitted from Virginia when they had some coaching changes there. First, take me through that day when you found out about that happening. When did you find out? How did you find out? And what were you thinking at the time?
Actually, I decommitted before the news dropped about the head coach.
But very
that morning, I called my D-line coach and told him that I wanted to, open my recruitment back up and stuff like that. And then midday, I didn't really want to post it as soon as I told him, because that's I'm not gonna do that. So later that day, that's when the news dropped, and I was like, dang, what a coincidence! What the heck? And then once I posted it, everybody thought it was because of that, but it really wasn't. I just wanted to take a step back and reopen my recruitment and make sure I was making the right decision for my future. So it was nothing to do with none of the coaches. They were great people. So
you didn't have any idea that was going to happen? There were no rumblings,
No, sir.
Wow. So, and obviously it was kind of a trickle effect. Once you decommitted, a couple other guys did too. And we've kind of seen it across the board with all these coaching changes.
Yep.
We look at the recruitment classes, let's say from October 1st to now. completely different. You talk about Oklahoma, you talk about TCU. I mean, guys that you know. SMU. So, were there any guys from the start that were kind of trying to recruit you once they found out?
Everybody that offered me before I committed actually came back, like almost everybody. And the new people that came was probably Oklahoma and Ohio State, but the Oklahoma D-line coach that was recruiting me went to SMU, so now he's recruiting me from SMU. So that's the only two new schools, but everybody else that had offered me before had came back. So not too much really new things except for TCU in Minnesota.
Yeah, we were actually just there was a player for Brock in the last game who was committed to Minnesota, tight end. So and we were mentioning Brady Boyd, who went to South Lake Carroll. He was in Minnesota this year. So there's schools not in this area that aren't your Ohio States or your Clemsons or your Alabamas that are recruiting really hard in Texas, and Colorado's one of them. They've got 3 players just from Houston right now. They've got 8 or 9 from Texas. So, and you said they're recruiting you pretty hard right now too.
Yes, sir.
Well, Gunter with their second offensive possession of the game. They get 6 yards on the first down. Seems to be doing a little bit of a hurry up, and Franklin forces them into a 3rd and short here. Jackson, how you doing over there, man?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Good. So a quick, going quick tempo here, but find themselves in 3rd and short now, and they pick up the first down. Though, so I think that's big for Gunter there. Move into Franklin territory and don't have to go 3 and out. Kind of exactly what they needed there.
I might have not seen it right, but it didn't look like he was ready for that snap, did it?
I don't know if that was the play design. I'll have to look at how he takes the snap always.
I mean, it kind of.
We got some nice.
Oh, Gunter moving now.
Nice little run there. Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that last snap. Just based off of how he spun off of it, I think he maybe bobbled it a little bit. Wanted to make sure he had control of it before getting to the back.
I'm looking forward to the Saturday morning Liberty Hill versus South Oak Cliff. I mean, you talk about watching snaps. I mean, that Liberty Hill. Touchdown!
Oh,
woo, man! Wow.
You need to do that more often.
So Gunter responds after that quick 3 and out in their first possession. They go down and score. And I think that was about 6 plays. Beautiful pass right there. I mean, only his wide receiver is going to be able to catch that one. Just a perfectly put ball there. And we are an extra point away from a tie ball game.
Ooh.
So you watch that play, and you see the D-line basically doing everything they can. They don't get the sack, but there's a little bit of pressure on them, and then your defensive back just gets lit up, and I would imagine he's down too. Kind of hurts you a little bit as a defensive lineman, right? When it seems like you do everything you can, and then the guy down at the end zone just can't take care of his business. How'd you kind of deal with that as a leader, and what do you tell those guys?
Just tell them to keep their head up and have the right technique next time. But I really just put that on myself for not getting to the quarterback because I'm the senior. I'm supposed to be making the plays, so I just put that on myself and push myself to get to the quarterback faster. Think of a move to get to the quarterback faster, anything like that. I don't really, go to my teammates and say, "Oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong." I'm not that type of guy, so I don't really do that.
So 4 minutes into this game, we've had 2 drives for each team.
No.
Oh,
Franklin's only had it once, yeah.
Right.
And I think 24, he was one of the running backs. He actually scored the touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Murphy is his last name.
He's gonna be back in the game. I can tell.
We've seen a couple cramps today. Guys getting nervous. Yeah, Malcolm Murphy.
We got a tie game. And we were also talking, I don't know, you're probably more used to it, but, I mean, some of these athletes maybe not used to playing on that turf. I mean, we saw in our first game of the day, quarterback for Stratford, his towel started white and was basically completely drenched in blood afterwards because he's getting all scraped up from,
the
turf. Yeah, I mean, does it take a little used to getting playing on the turf?
Yes, sir. I got a few scrapes myself from the turf. falling on the ground after making a tackle and scrape you all. Like, dang, I'm just about to get some turf tape or something. It's hurting my elbow. So yeah, I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, you don't really realize why they put it on the back until you see a guy and he doesn't have any on and his towel is just
drenched in blood. Yeah,
that's not a good feeling.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, how many times in 4 years of high school did you play on real grass?
Maybe just my freshman year.
Yeah, just saying.
Just my freshman year.
At schools when you're playing freshman or JV games.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a cost-saving measure for sure in the long run, but man, there is something about playing on grass. I feel like kind of I guess people say the way football was made, right? But yeah, turf is definitely its own little special kind of monster, if you will.
Mm-hmm. It looks pretty, but I don't think you care about that.
He didn't have no blocks on that.
No, he did not. That's something, obviously, it's a little more kind of nuanced than, college or pros. A lot of kickers can't kick it into the end zones until you start getting into the 5A and 6A level. And so you see those, those returns. I think that's why kind of UIL, I think it's UIL, and TAPS maybe as well, they implemented that fair catch rule just so, try to reduce some injuries and stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned kicking. I forgot to mention our kicker. He's amazing. Like, I think he's going to be one of the top kickers in the nation.
Is he a senior?
No, he's a sophomore.
Right now. Wow.
Demas. He's great. He hit like a 50-yard field goal against North Shore. So
And that's a game y'all won.
Mm-hmm.
And now North Shore's playing for the national championship.
State championship.
That's the second time I think I've said national championship.
We got college on our mind right now.
Oh, they have a false start right there. Yep.
It's kind of crazy to see North Shore going to state, man. It's just like.
And for a while, I thought it was gonna, be the two of y'all because if you had come out of that region, it would have been rematch of that game. So.
I think it was just injuries that hurt us. If we didn't have injuries, we would have beat DeSoto and then been a match with Duncanville.
Do you kind of look at your side of the bracket and there's like, man, if only we were in the Division III bracket?
I'm not even gonna talk about that. That bracket is too easy. That's crazy.
Oh, I mean we've said it on the podcast before, and a lot of people have said it. That region that you're in is the hardest. It's not even close.
Why would you not split that up?
Right. I mean, it's just the way it is with the big school, small school, but having Duncanville, you guys in spring, all three teams that at one point in the season I thought could win 6A. All have to play each other, come out of the same region, and then DeSoto too. DeSoto had to play Duncanville during the season.
And South Lake Carroll.
That's right. I mean they have to prepare. I mean they have the best preparations out of maybe anyone because they've got to play two of the top 10 teams in the state.
Yeah. I need to get some more pressure up.
Oof. Big third down for Gunter coming up big there. Go ahead.
They're playing both sides. It looked like it.
Yeah, well, usually 1A through about 3A, you'll see them playing both sides quite a bit. I mean, we talk about our first game of the day, Falls City versus Stratford. Both quarterbacks are playing both sides and making big plays. I mean, Falls City ended up losing, but their quarterback, who's also their safety, is they won defensive MVP. Very, very. Since they don't have a lot of players, they're gonna play both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys gonna be in shape, ready for college.
Oh yeah.
How big do you think the quarterback for Falls City was? I mean, he was.
Oh, he was a big boy.
He was a big boy.
Like I told you, he's going to college. He's going to college to be a kicker,
right?
Because he's their kicker. He's a really good kicker.
Yeah.
He's one of the few in the lower levels that can punch it through the back of the end zone. So that's a nice punt by Franklin there. Don't necessarily move the ball, but they kind of flip the field position, if you will. So looks like Gunter will have the ball, and we'll see what they can do here when they come back from commercial. How we doing over there, Jackson?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Just getting your little roster going, a little roster, clause some names.
Yeah. And of course, anyone that is watching and you're wondering, hey, where's the game? Why are you guys on there, and why can't I watch the game? Well, of course, it is because we can't show the game because it's on Bally Sports. So if you want that, you have DirecTV or Xfinity, you can go watch the game there. That's what we're doing, obviously. But we also, we understand not a lot of people have Bally Sports, so we want to give you the chance to obviously, I know some people are looking for that game, looking for those updates, and that's why we're here, right? We're here to provide those updates, give you the score, keep you up to date. As you can see, 7-7 with 7:02 left in the first. So just trying to make sure you find out what's going on if you couldn't make the game. So if you have any questions, hit us up in chat. We'll answer your questions as you ask them. And of course, if you ask us where's the game, we'll tell you it's on Bally Sports.
How was VYPE came up? Like, how was VYPE made?
How was it made? So it started, I think, with Derek and Matt. I don't know if you've ever met them.
Yeah, you met Matt.
Matt
Maltesta.
They basically started, doing magazine. So that's how we were made. VYPE was basically started in the Houston area as kind of a magazine for the Houston area. We've kind of grown from there, to the Dallas, Austin, San Antonio areas, and just covering high school sports. We love talking about it. We love seeing what you guys do, and the passion y'all have for it. And so that's kind of how it was made. I think it was around 12 years ago.
2007, is that?
I believe so. Yeah, so 14 years. Yeah.
AJ, I got a question for you. Last year, y'all lost to Spring in a heartbreaker. This year, y'all were able to kind of get a little revenge on them and take back the district. For you as a senior, how was that feeling being able to take back the district, be district champs?
It felt great. It felt real good. Just knowing, like, the work you put in the off season with the whole team, just to go back and win, to let them know, and just to let them know, like, that we're the king of the district. Because they won, and they was just talking so much stuff, and all the alumni of Westfield was mad at us, so we just had to get revenge. So we went in there and did what we had to do. But Spring is a great team. That was like that 22 class changed Spring forever, I think. So yeah, it just felt great to go in there and beat them.
Yeah, I think when we look back, 5, maybe not even that, 3-4 years from now, and we look at the talent in that game this year and last year, because you've got you've got Cardell, you've got Bishop, Myron Carter, Dorian. I mean, the list
goes on.
It goes on and on, and we're talking about, like, maybe double-digit guys that'll be playing in college.
Yeah, talent is crazy, but it's like two little league teams, but you know each other. But like when you in between those lines, it's like I'm gonna beat you. But after the game, it's all cool and games. But it's like just a big rivalry between us and bragging rights, basically.
I remember talking to Joey Futhel Jr. about that a few weeks ago, because he was saying, I've played on the same team, the same little league teams as guys with Westfield, and then I played against the guys on Spring. So was that the case for you? Like, did you in middle school play against guys that you ended up playing with?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and Bishop grew up with each other like this. We had birthday parties and everything together, and just to come up and be in the same district and play against each other, that's just amazing. But yeah, it's been like that since we were little. A lot of us play on the same little league teams, or little league teams that was in the same league, so we know each other well.
Franklin able to hold Gunter through a 3 and out, and Franklin takes over. I think it would look like around their 30-yard line. So this game, not the maybe an offensive affair we thought would be at least to start, but game's still early, around 5:40 left in the first quarter, and both teams are kind of figuring that out. I mean, as y'all were talking, they showed the heartbreak for Franklin last year. They lost a Canadian at the end of the game there, 35-34. So, Franklin looking, like I said, they've been on that revenge tour and looking to win it all this year. And hey, they got up early, and here's a good run here by one of the Washington brothers to start off their third drive of the game.
Franklin was in state last year?
They were, yep. They came up just short against Canadian.
So we see guys playing both sides of the ball. If you could have played anything on offense, not what you think coach would have put you in. If you could play any position on offense, what do you think you would have played?
Running back.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Growing up, I was a running back. From all my years of the league, I was running back. And then around my, middle school days, I started getting a little lazy, and I just started getting bigger and bigger. That's how I'm so athletic now at this weight. Like, at 290, I can move like I'm 240, because I've been playing running back my whole life, so.
So when you see a guy like Doug Brooks on Shiner last night,
I get mad. I be like, dang. I know I can do the same thing, but it's cool.
you should use that as a recruiting ploy. Be like, hey, come play for you. You gotta let me play running back though.
I think they'll give me one.
Yeah.
I beg Westfield to give me one.
Wow. What effort by Murphy there. I mean, he looked like he was stopped behind the lines and is able to pick up the first down for Franklin, keep the drive going.
I like how they got the little captain stickers on the helmet.
Mm-hmm. How's that for a defense when, you look like you have him stopped, get the fourth down for a punt, and then he does something like that? What's that do, mentally for a defense at times?
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of like makes you more tired because you thinking you're gonna get off the field, so you going hard for this last play, and then they just get you like, but you gotta get right back focused to stop them again. But yeah.
Well, now it looks like Franklin is kind of finding their groove here. Washington breaks a couple of tackles on that first down, gets looks like 7 yards. Here we go.
They need to come on field. They waiting on them.
Mm-hmm. Looks like just shy of the first down. We'll see.
I think this is the first team. It is the first team we've had in green today, and every time that first down marker comes up, their jerseys blend into the down marker a little bit. It's a green screen.
What we got here? So they give him the first down here, and that's some good speed right there for especially at the 3A level. Just gets up the field and goes, and it looks like he gets 9 on first down.
Best quarterback you've ever faced? Can you name one, or is it like a I think I know who it might be.
Demetrius Davis.
Yep.
But Bishop is good too. But
see, those were the two that I was thinking of. But everyone that has ever played Demetrius Davis, when we ask, who's the best quarterback you've ever played against?
Did you see that cutback right there?
Yeah, Demetrius Davis, he's different. He's like, I don't know, like a joystick. If he ain't got a pass, he can run and kill you with his feet. He don't even have that much speed. It's just his juke moves and vision and stuff. So yeah. But Bishop's up there too, but
Yeah, Bishop's got the frame. That's he's big.
Yeah.
But he can move.
Nice job by Gunter right there.
Yeah, they need somebody coming off the edges. They just letting him get outside.
And this is something we wondered too, right? We talked about this earlier. Is what kind of kicking game do they have at these lower levels? Is Franklin in a 4-down territory here, or is this the range of the kicker? We'll find out. That 2nd and 12 here.
I think it's fought off a big hit right there.
Mm-hmm. Gunter's defense is kind of short up here in the red zone.
I think maybe we haven't seen a lot of field goals today. Actually, I don't know if we've seen any.
No, we haven't.
But it's mainly because we haven't seen a lot of tie games. Like, games have not been tied for most of them. It was back and forth in the Stratford game, and kind of the same thing, but, Lorena pulled away pretty quickly. It looks like this game is going to go back and forth early on. So you're going to see teams just try to get the points that they can and not have those desperation fourth downs.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not going to need it, though.
Touchdown, Franklin. I mean, when you have the Washington brothers, sometimes all you need is just a little bit, right? A little bit can go a long way, and 13-7 now.
That was a nice little run by Bryson there.
Yep. I mean, just cuts it up, and I mean, he's got that speed, right? He cut, and then he's gone. Yeah. Josh Cook, he says, "What's up, AJ?" He says, "Your scream after the sack highlight is still so awesome in spring game."
Tell him I said appreciate him. What's up?
All right, Franklin gets the extra point, and they are up 14-7 with about a minute left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was pumped up after that sack because it was my first one.
Walk us through your first sack. You see, I mean, you gotta still remember it vividly.
Cause the whole first half, the spring was sliding their center to me, so I'm telling my coach to blitz the middle linebacker to like free me up or fake show like he's gonna blitz to free me up. So the play right before he blitzed him, and the middle linebacker ended up getting a sack. Then the second time we did the same thing, but it was a bluff. So I knew I was gonna get a one-on-one. So just came off the ball fast, put my hand in the guard's chest, and he just was backing up. And Bishop was right there in my hand. So I ain't mean to rip his helmet off, but I guess it just. Yeah.
Now, kind of talk to us a little bit about that. You know, kind of defense has a little bit unfair at times, right? I mean, you're going for the sack, going for the quarterback at times, and maybe last second they duck. All of a sudden, you're hitting them in the head. You're getting called for a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk to us about that mentality of that, and how do you prepare yourself for kind of that inevitability, and what you kind of do to prepare for that.
Yeah, sacking the quarterback, people might not know, but sacking the quarterback is really hard because you got to beat the lineman, and then you got to like break down and sack the quarterback. You don't know if he's going to step up, run out, anything. So just beating the lineman and then going to get a sack on the quarterback is very hard. But like in the NFL, I see a lot. The quarterback just fall down and stuff. But in high school, no, they want to try to break the tackle and do all this and that. So it's very hard. Hopefully in college it's not that hard to get them down. Obviously, hopefully they just see me and just fall down and let me get on top of them.
I like what Mike Parsons said a few days ago. And he said, the NFL is not really that hard. That's what you're trying to get when you go to college. And man, it's not that hard. I played in a good district.
Yeah.
I played DeSoto. Played Dunkerville.
All right, 14-7 Franklin. Gunter with their first play of this possession here, and blown up. Lost by about a yard. Now, looking at this, you see that they're running the option. Is this something you're not used to probably seeing as much at the 6A level?
Just a little bit of it, not too much.
Yeah.
It's kind of spread it, so they probably run this about 10 times. It's not back and back and back, though.
Oh, yeah, and if you watch it, I don't know, Liberty Hill is 5A, but all Liberty Hill does is run the ball.
For real?
Yeah, 98%.
Pass it 2 or 3 times
Yeah,
a game.
yeah.
Dang.
I'll show you a video once we get to halftime of
Yeah.
how quick they go. But they run basically the Navy offense mixed with a little bit of Army, and they literally break the huddle. Center goes up, whole huddle breaks. 2 seconds later, ball snap.
Yeah.
Dang.
And just full run.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't want to play against that.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. I need to get rid of that touchdown there. End of the first quarter, it is 14-7 Franklin with Gunter having the ball. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Sorry. Do they chop too? Like the O-lineman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
It's definitely unique. It's a slot T, and they run it to perfection. And I mean, they were a 4A school 2 years ago, and then 5A last year they almost get state. They lose in the state semis, and now they find themselves in state against South Oak Cliff, who, I'll be on record, I've said it, and I'll say it again, that's who I'm rooting for. There's one team I'm rooting hard for at South Oak Cliff. Dallas ISD School has not won state since 1958 at Rhymes, although technically, as we'll always say, they did win state in the 1980s, but had a forfeit, Dallas Carter did, because of ineligibility rules.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. I watched that movie, and I was like, whoa.
Yep.
The realignment stuff is coming up again, and I'm sure you remember that from a couple years ago. There's been people talking about a 7A, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a big school. Westfield would be in 7A if that were to happen. What do you think about that?
That's live. I really like to bump it up because when I looked at Georgia, they had a 7A. I'm like, make us look like little, but we're actually better than Georgia, so that would be cool for it to have a 7A.
And your district, specifically, it's usually Spring, Westfield, Decaney, and then one Aldine team.
Yeah.
Did you feel like, you had more resources and a bigger team than some of those Aldine teams, that it wasn't really, at the same level?
You smell like football-wise?
Football-wise, and
like,
from a weight room
Oh,
standpoint.
yeah, most definitely, yeah. Westfield has a great weight room, so I guess Spring just has more money. I don't know, but yeah.
No, I think it's not about like who's the better team. It's more about because there's schools like this, if they had 3 times the enrollment, maybe they'd be playing, at that level. But it's just it's hard to kind of because it seems like we have 3 or 4 teams in every single district in 6A that are just perennial contenders. And I would think if you like the competition, so you want to have the best competition every single year. If you narrow that list down from however many schools 6A is now to 100 teams in 7A.
There you go, Will. 0 passing yards for Franklin so far in the game.
Oh. You gotta get bored as a defensive back at that point.
You gotta stay disciplined because they might hit you with that.
Woo, man. And that's kind of that's a good question, just in general is, if your team is a team like Franklin or Liberty Hill that, they're first, run oriented, how good of a look does your defense get, in practice? Because, are your team,
right.
Your team's not good at throwing the ball, are used to it. So what kind of look does that get? That's a really good, kind of interesting. What do you think, Will?
This is a question for AJ. Were there things, kind of based off that, the way the offense was set up at Westfield, were there offenses that you weren't ready for because of what you had seen in practice, or was it?
They got us ready for everything. Our offense this year, we got actually got a new offense coordinator this year, and at spring ball he told us, oh my God, I thought we was gonna have a horrible year. How bad he was doing this, but yeah, they got us ready for anything that came our way. We have a great defense coordinator, so we just get in the books and get on the game plan and scout in the room and just see what we got to do. Try to be as disciplined as we can.
Gunter is moving the ball well here. They are now at 1st and goal from it looks like about this 5-yard line, and they have a balanced attack compared to Franklin's
0 passing
0 passing yards.
How many
attempts
do they have?
I don't think they've thrown it. Wait, I don't think they've thrown it once.
So
yeah.
Either. See, look, you see that helmet right there? Scratches all across.
And Gunter gets in. Touchdown, Gunter.
That's going to be back and forth.
It's looking like that. This might be close. It definitely looks like it's going to be closer than our last game. Brock versus, I'm drawing a blank. Lorena. We said it wrong for half the game.
I think, once again, our scorebug is more updated than Bally's. Bally's got us the first quarter.
Oh, you're right. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Valley struggling today. I'm going to take a picture of that. Up and through. Tie ball game.
Got it. And 4 made PATs. I think that's maybe more than the other games combined.
AJ, I know y'all played North Shore earlier this year. Y'all beat them. What did you think as a defensive lineman seeing their freshman quarterback play?
I was like, dang, he's good. I think he's good because the way he can run the ball, and like when you have a running quarterback, it makes it hard for the defense because you have to cover, and then once he get past the line, you got to cover him too. So seeing him after we played, I was like, it would have been a better game, but I think we still would have won.
Oh, yeah. Because he wasn't in at that point in the season.
No, he was still on freshman.
That's right. So yeah, I mean they've gone through 3 or 4 different quarterbacks this year, and finally settled on this freshman.
Oh, they finally changed it.
There we go.
Yeah, but I think John K did that with Demetrius Davis too. When he was a freshman, moved him up. So
Man,
North Shore having a good string of getting the freshman quarterbacks at the right time.
I mean that's 8 years that you can have between Demetrius Davis and Caden Bailey.
Yeah.
That's close to a decade of 2 quarterbacks. If this pans out.
Yeah, he ran all over Lake Travis. He wouldn't have did that.
Man. Oh, I was there. It was man. What they did Lake Travis was oh man.
Oh, that took a nice bounce.
no lanes, no nothing. They don't practice special teams enough.
I like Gunter's helmets. Gunter's one word,
Yes.
but it's GT.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Gunter, Texas.
Oh,
Could be.
Yeah.
That's a good. Well, Franklin with the ball, and you would expect much of the same. Run.
That's
And this one's looking like, oh, a nice little shoestring tackle there by Gunter.
He's bigger than the guard. The running back is bigger than the guard that he was following.
That's another thing you'll see with smaller schools. Is the linemen definitely aren't as big as at the 6A level.
you see that the defensive lineman right there too.
Uh-huh.
Looks like he line up a kicker.
Ooh, that was a nice stop. I don't think he got the first down there.
Now thinking about it, those Gunter helmets kind of look like Cedar Hill.
Yeah.
Like I said, I liked them earlier. They're nice.
Yeah, Gunner wins the uni battle in this one. We got Texas Tornado says Gunner by 10. Ooh, that looks like an offsides. Yep. Well, they got a chance to get the ball back here, Texas Tornado.
Anyone got a prediction on what crew is working this game?
Let's say San Antonio Crew. What do you think, Jackson?
I might go.
Could
I
be-
might go with Houston.
Yeah, I was about to say this could be a Houston crew.
I'm talking about the officials.
Yeah.
Man,
Man, they with the false start, that's a first down, but now they're going to have to punt. Great stop by Gunner there.
AJ, I don't know if y'all touched on this earlier, but for you personally, is your favorite? Would you prefer blowing up a run play behind the line of scrimmage, just like you come through and just light someone up, or sacking the quarterback?
Blowing up somebody. Yeah, most definitely blowing up somebody.
Looks like we have a timeout by Gunter. Yeah, timeout by Gunner. Must have seen something they didn't like. They got 2 remaining.
I like the hats that some of the coaches and players have on.
Yeah. They've kind of diversified their gear. Like some of the teams we saw earlier, same shirts, same hats. It's nice to be uniform, but I like what Gunner's doing.
Yeah. And I say that because like a sack is more common in the game.
Oh yeah.
And somebody coming through the line and just hitting somebody, making a whole crowd say, "Ooh, that's the great part about football."
Oh yeah.
That's just a different feeling. But a sack feel great too. I'm not gonna lie. But hitting somebody and just everybody saying "ooh" and just I don't know, adrenaline.
Who would be someone at the next level if you got the opportunity to? Who would be someone that you would want to sack as of right now?
In college?
I was kidding.
In college? I don't know.
Bishop?
'Cause I don't know what college I'm going to, but if I can sack any quarterback, it'd probably be like the Heisman winner.
Oh, Bryce Young.
Yeah, so any top quarterbacks that's probably going to be in the league, I would like to sack them. 'Cause, yeah.
Nice punt by Franklin there. Franklin, they've done good with their special or with their kicking game so far. That's 2 really good punts by him.
I think we're seeing a little bit better special team play here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they said 4 made PATs, which is
Which, as we know, in the last few games has been an issue.
neither team is kicking off a tee, I think.
I remember watching that Highland Park Shadow Creek game. That was a great game.
That was a great year. It's all the games that year.
See how different the competition is in 5A and 6A.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Creek just ran 5A, came to 6A. Some different beasts.
Nice.
So,
I'm not
Oh,
just guys.
so
How's he doing, Scott?
Doing good.
Come say hello to everyone.
Hello. Oh, what's up, party people? How's it going?
Good.
Good. Let's see.
You're missing a good one. 14 all right now.
No, I've been listening.
You
I'm one of the viewers. What are you talking about?
haven't said hi.
I have not
In the
blown
chat.
up the chat yet. No, not yet. So, yeah. So it looks like Bill got it, so I might do film. If that's all right.
You're gonna go watch.
Really? We just got here.
I mean, I've been here, but I don't know.
We've got a full day tomorrow.
We do. Well, I can only do the first 2 games. And I have family commitments.
You gotta get home.
Yeah. I got family commitments. We're on a live stream. We're live. Is Mike hot?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Family commitments. Tomorrow night. Gunter. So we were saying this is Franklin, like right by Navasota.
Right by Bryan, College Station area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that they're not gonna have a Houston crew on this then, because
A what?
We're trying to decide what-
Tasso crew.
Why would they?
Do they have a College Station crew?
I would assume so, yeah.
No chapter?
Probably. Or is that roped into like Houston?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
So
Because there's only what, like 3 or 4 high schools up there? Or Big
yeah,
Gun? Big Gun?
Brian,
Bryan,
Consolidated, College Station, and
Brent Rudder?
Franklin.
oh yeah.
Burton,
I mean, there's probably like 10 now that I think about it.
All right, here we go. 8:48 left in the second quarter. Gunter with the
Jersey
ball.
Drip, who's got the best jerseys?
It's Gunner in this one, I think.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like those white stripes on the pads there, personally.
I like-
AJ, what's your take? Gunner or Franklin jerseys?
Gunner. Franklin kind of.
Ooh! That is how you blow up a play right there.
Reminds you of spring too much.
Ooh.
I like the Gunter's like kind of hybrid wing T offense going into gun. It's kind of like Coastal Carolina's offense.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
They came
What
down.
a pass! And what a catch!
You need to throw the ball more.
That one's gonna be making the top 10. Looks like Franklin's trying to say he didn't catch it, but
I think he got that one.
let's take a little look here. Did it touch the ground? Oh, yeah.
Didn't catch it.
Yeah, that is an incomplete pass.
Dang.
Even
Do they have
when,
an
right
instant
there,
replay?
it's still
They do.
there.
So, yeah, all state championship games have the instant replay. So this one is coming back for sure.
It's interesting because we've had quite.
Oh,
a
look,
few
they already
of
called it. They already called it. They didn't have to go to review. So,
We've had a lot of those today, and you know, when we're watching a game from the sideline or from the press box, you see a lot of guys argue calls, and usually like, oh, you know, they just want it to go their way. But there's a lot in a game that officials don't get
oh
right.
no!
Oh,
Should
you
have just
gotta
kicked
kick
it. He should have kicked it.
Wow.
That was dumb. He should have kicked it.
What a just emotionally just 30 seconds for Gunter there. You think you had that first down with that amazing catch. Turns out didn't catch it. And then on the punt, he bobbles the punt.
Right
should've
there,
kicked it
he
right
just,
there.
Yeah.
just kicked it.
I don't know if his plan was to go all the way for the first down, or I don't understand that at all.
I would have at least tried to just kick it at least 10 yards on the field.
Franklin ready in their red zone now. They get a couple on first down.
Gunner defense playing good now.
They are indeed.
23 almost came in for the kill shot there.
Looks like we may have nope, I was going to say we might have an injured player, but nope. Gunter defense. Well, we might be finding out what kind of kicking game Franklin has here in a second.
That was a good play.
It was a nice play by the. Is that the DN number 8?
Probably like a safety coming down or outside linebacker.
Do you get like? Is there a little bit extra like motivation in plays like this where you have to start already so deep in your in the territory?
Mm-hmm.
Touchdown.
Dang. But yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You want to be the one to make the play to stop a big touchdown. You know, when you just had a bad play, so you want to be the one to take the momentum back. So.
And unfortunately, Gunter was not in this situation. That was just a good play call
with the outside.
Yeah. But picks up the first down and is now first and goal from, looks like, the 1 yard line. So you would expect with their running situation that Franklin's going to be able to punch it in at least 4 plays. But we'll see. And they only need one. Only need one.
This is going to be our highest scoring game of the
Touchdown,
day.
Touchdown, Franklin.
Pretty easily, too.
That was Bryson Washington on that one. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. With his brother making the block.
I don't see why people chop on the goal line. Like, what's the point of chopping? They're going to fall for it into the end zone.
It's true. That's true. 21-14 Franklin. About 6 minutes left in the second quarter. There's the play. They're showing the play that changed it all right there with the bobbled snap on the punt.
Once he second guessed himself right there, you could see he was about to kick that, and after that, he just had nowhere to go.
What do you think? Is that just a case of nerves right there, or did he receive the
Probably,
snap?
maybe he was
hit
looking
his
up
hands.
before, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it hit his hand, so I just dropped it.
We've seen a couple players like that, not just in this game, but throughout all these championship games. They have one bad play, and it goes 2 ways. It affects them for the rest of the game, and they keep messing up, or they play better than just about anyone. There's really not been an in-between that we've seen. I mean, that's pretty universal for high school football. And it shows, like, if if a play gets broken open on you, or, guys that are playing at your level, college is recruiting you because you're going to get back there and make sure, that you go twice as hard for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Come chill. I'm not in the stream now. But you can hear my beautiful voice. I might be blocking you, Jackson. Now let me know if I am.
AJ, I know that you're waiting to sign and everything, but what did you think about signing day and the stuff that kind of crazy flips and things that you saw yesterday? Anything that you thought was shocking for you?
The only shocking thing I seen yesterday was Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, whoa.
What do you think about that?
I didn't see that coming, but I like it because, it's bringing light to the HBCUs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I really like that move. But everything else was just cool. Congratulate everybody for the schools they committed to. Stuff like that. Sign papers with.
You went out to a couple ceremonies, right?
I just went to mine. Cardell's, and one of my homeboys, he signed for a baseball scholarship to TSU. So I just went to my schools. I had to work out yesterday, so couldn't make it to anybody else's. But Texas A&M got a lot of players. Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, them guy over here.
I'm very happy. Especially because Evan just signed tonight about an hour ago. So.
Who?
Evan Stewart.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
And they still got Perk and or Shamir Stewart in Florida. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot of D linemen going there, I think.
It's a big class.
Did y'all get a running back? Like a top running back?
Le'Veon Moss out of
Louisiana.
Okay.
They think he's a lot of people from Louisiana thought he was legit. They thought LSU was going to pick him up.
Oh!
Cheap in his back. That's okay.
They might. I think they might call that one.
I don't know. There is a flag. I think it might have been probably for offsides on Franklin on the kick. But we'll see here in a second. But That's always hard as I mean, you can attest to that. You know, he may be out, but he's still running like he's in. It's like, do I hit him? Do I not hit him? So here we go.
Yeah.
See, it's hard to tell, right? And
Yeah.
He's
I know.
still in.
Yeah.
It's not a bad play.
But let's see what they say. And maybe they do say it's a late hit. I mean, he definitely stepped out a little early, but
I mean,
he's hitting them right. So, not exactly sure what they called there because they were still in the replay. But first and 10 Gunter regardless, and ball's at 45. So I think they might have called it because I mean he got to maybe the 30, so that's a 15-yard penalty right there. So they may have called late hit out of bounds there. Right up the middle. Oh, this is going to be a touchdown. One play to I don't think Washington was able to stop it.
I think they're gonna call it down.
Oh,
They
no.
gave him a touchdown.
Gave him a touchdown. Let's throw up that graphic and add in that score. This is going to be a game.
And knocked the wind out of safe.
Landed on the ball.
He's like,
That's the worst.
He's really a
That's the worst feeling ever when you fall on the ball and knock the wind out yourself. It's like, yeah, straight Jesuit running back. He actually blindsided me and knocked the wind out of me.
That's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he caught me when I was running mid-air. Hit me. I was like, dang, all right. Knocked the wind out of me. It's cool though.
You think getting the wind knocked out of you worse or getting cramp on the field?
I never got a cramp. I don't really get cramps like that.
I used to get them after games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, after games, yeah, I got.
I used to wake up in the middle of the night and just be like, oh.
Mm-hmm. It's like I know how to get the cramp. I don't know. They hand in hand because when you get the wind knocked out of you, you like think you're finna die. Like I can't breathe. Take all this off. And take my pads off. But
Let's see if he's down.
He's
down.
He's gonna be down for
Yep.
one.
Right. I'm gonna have to readjust my score here because that is definitely down short of the goal line here. So let's put that back to 14.
Oh, I think he might have got his hand hurt. Fell on, knocked the wind out, and his
Fell,
hand
yeah.
couldn't take the pressure. Yeah.
that was a good run though.
Definitely a good run, but see here with that show on the replay, it looks like his knee is down right there, and he looks short of the goal line.
It's gonna be
Definitely short of the goal
Yeah,
line
I mean,
at the 1 yard
he's-
line easily.
He's down at the 2. It looks like. Let's see.
I think where the ball
Yeah,
is
the ball's
probably
at the 1.
at the 1. So first and goal from the 1 though, great start to the drive by Gunter. I mean, almost take it all the way to the house on the first play.
That was a good hustle by 15.
Mm-hmm. Bryson
Yeah,
Washington,
We said that.
two-way player.
We were saying one play drive,
Yep.
and there he came right at the end.
That's a guy from Franklin. I know a lot of people are high on it. A lot of people think he might start getting some offers pretty soon. Good size kid.
Is that a UT and Texas A&M coach over there?
Probably.
First
Might
and
be,
goal.
Bronginger, Ryan Bronginger.
Yeah.
Texas
Yeah,
A&M.
that's what it looked
Texas
like.
Eggs.
That's a false start.
They didn't call it.
Bush.
Thank you.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go.
I was gonna say, yep.
False start
False
the
start.
entire offensive line.
I love when they're like, everybody except the center.
There it is. Yep.
It was
I was
actually
a quarterback.
actually-
Yeah.
quarterback.
So, what do y'all? Everyone in this room, what do y'all like when teams put the star on their helmets for the Mountain State Championships they've won?
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, Gunter has it with 2. Like Travis does it. And Stephenville does it.
Wait, where's
Where's the
Gunner?
star?
Just take a look here when you see look at the helmet right there. See the two on the T?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
Is that why Cedar Hill
Okay,
does
so
it?
that's like within the logo, though. That's not like a decal
Yeah,
like
a
you
decal.
get.
No. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
embedded into the logo.
Is that why Cedar Hill does that too, right?
Yeah, I think Cedar Hill do like touchdowns or something because it's a lot of them.
Right. So yeah, I was thinking like an Ohio State thing where they put the stars on them, but
It's kind of like soccer, right? So
Yeah.
soccer, you see that a lot where they put the Mountain Championships on their jerseys, and same with here with some of the schools. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't mind it. If I'm being honest, I didn't even notice it. Like,
Yeah.
looking at the
If it
logo,
looks good,
Tiny.
if it looks good with the logo, right? So it looks like Gunter may be going a little bit backwards here. It looks like they had some type of
Another
illegal false start or illegal motion or something, illegal shift. Ooh, way to blow up the play there.
Yeah, guy's gonna chop you. Might as well lay on top of him and create a pile.
I don't know if we've seen a 3rd and goal all game.
No, this is. Well, no, we did. Didn't Franklin score on the third goal? Or was it second and goal?
I think it was 2nd and goal.
Well, here we go. Third and goal. And it's from the 5. No gimmies here. Looks like they're gonna pass. No. You called it. Wide open.
I've seen it coming across the
Touchdown. This is why we bring them in, folks. See stuff we don't.
This is like last year
Touchdown.
in the 6-8 D1 game. Great house, touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
3 plays in a row.
Yeah.
We just kept calling them.
Nailed it. Everything.
Yeah, I've seen all the linebackers flowing this way, and now just coming the opposite way. So I knew nobody's gonna be over there.
Shocked they haven't gone back to this kid after he caught that one ball in the first half. That's probably his second target tonight.
Here
2
we go.
touchdowns, 2 receptions. What the heck?
Oh,
Not the first time we've seen that today.
that's the first time we've seen it like that today. I mean,
did he just shank it like completely, or was it a hold? Or
It looked like he shanked it, but
I mean, I think that got a foot off the ground.
here we go. Let's see.
Oh, he
That's
dropped,
just-
he
Oh,
dropped
bad
the-
hold.
yeah.
dropped the
I like how the ref. What'd you think?
It's crazy that you see this more in the lower levels. I mean, I'm not watching 6A most of the time. I mean, you have kickers that can kick 40, 50-yard field goals, some of them.
Well, and you gotta wonder sometimes is it maybe a little bit of nerves, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're playing inside an AT&T Stadium that seats 100,000 plus. You know.
You start looking up.
Well, it's a small pool to play from, you know. In those small 2A schools, it's the quarterback who's probably kicking because he's just the best athlete on the field.
Well, then we also talk
You don't have a
about
guy who
are they
specializes in it.
are they used to maybe not are they not used to maybe kicking on turf as well? You know,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
handling stuff on turf. I mean, in this case, it looked like you said the holder misbobbled it or whatever. But you know that
Oh,
I think.
never mind. I won't be a jerk.
What are you gonna say?
Oh man, he pulled a Tony Romo. Just kind of
Leave.
fumbled the ball. Might be. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Not really.
You can leave now.
Don't worry, Des got it.
He did. No lie.
Even
He missed the field goal and kicked the touchback. He had to get his
Bold.
revenge.
When was it? 2006?
2016, yeah.
This was
16.
the,
Okay.
this was the year in 6A, Lake Travis played the Woodlands High School.
Look at those helmets with
Charlie Brewer.
the full tiger on the helmet.
I like that, honestly. I think that's a clean look, too.
Who won 3A last year?
Canadian,
The
and
Canucks.
I forget the other team. Canadian was one of them though, because they played Gunter actually.
Okay, so Gunter's looking for redemption.
Let's see, who would have been the other one?
Franklin played. No.
Franklin played Canadian and lost.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of the other one. Let's see. So you know the chat before I figure it out. Let me know. I'm trying to think. Jim Ned was the other one.
That's what I was thinking.
They won on the. They went for 2 and the win and got it.
Oh, they had to come back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice little jump. I think it was onside, and short of the first down.
So you played in the Alamo Dome a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like playing in an indoor stadium? What's the difference between that and what you usually play in?
Well, you don't have to deal with no weather. Like that's the only good thing I think about it. And it's just like playing
More
like at a
control.
yeah.
You like it more?
It depends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it's raining outside,
Right.
yes.
So you know your kicker likes it more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Franklin picks up the first down, keeps on moving the chains. And do y'all remember who got the ball to start the game? Was it Franklin?
I thought it was Gunter. Y'all said.
So this would be
Gunter
this would be a big. Yeah, it was because they went 3 and out.
Right.
Yep. So this would be big if Franklin can score before halftime.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the going for 2 territory pretty soon with Gunter,
Especially if Franklin scores again.
and we know how dangerous a game
can get if you don't get it.
very quickly. It'll open a game up in no time.
I get some Newman High School out of New Orleans vibes with Franklin's jerseys. Both a bit different green, but same style.
Little
Stratford
Manning
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
What's his name? Who's the
Arch.
Arch Manning? Yeah.
Ooh, nice block.
Uh-oh.
Cut back.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
goodness.
It's a flag.
That-
Good
oh.
block. Good block. That was a good
Oh,
block.
there's a flag though. Who's
Oh, he's walking back.
I mean, the ref didn't even signal touchdown either.
I don't know where the flag could have been unless it was on the opposite side of the field.
I mean, usually in cases like this, you assume run or you assume holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely against Franklin, as you can tell. What a run, though. I mean, regardless of that's just.
I think that's probably one of those where he's gonna get it either way.
Oh,
Oh.
chop block.
I wonder if they called it the block at the very
Tough.
beginning of the run where the DN gets cut. I wonder if that's where it was.
You can't chop outside the hashes or something. Ooh.
Oh,
'Cause I'm not
I seen him chopping all game. So.
not seeing it.
Oh, that.
Maybe a little too much on the side.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That was a little
Getting a little
questionable.
trigger happy with the whistle right there.
They've been chopping all game. So.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts him in 2nd and 14 now. Now 3rd and about 10.
You think you just keep running the ball around the clock here?
Well, that's
Or you
what.
think
Well,
you take a
and
shot?
I mean, Franklin. That's what they do. I don't think, like I said, they haven't completed a pass all game. I don't think they've thrown a pass all game. So you're expecting a run here. You know, if you do it, since they are a run team, you're 3rd and long like this. If they're not going to pass, you probably expect some type of run with some trickery, right? Maybe like kind of like the reverse that they scored on or got a big play on earlier. But we'll see. Gunter would call a timeout, I would assume, if Franklin doesn't pick up the first down. Let's see here, though. And it is going to be a pass.
Whoa! Everybody, calm down. Oh my gosh! It's
And he just throws it away.
No way.
I'm just kidding.
Which, I mean, it's smart, but it's also
Stops the clock.
stops the clock, yeah.
Gunter's
So
got 2 timeouts.
and Gunter is a passing team, so where Franklin is not.
If you're Gunter, I'd go to number 9 this drive if you're going to throw the ball. It's been able to
Went a little low there.
What do you think? That's a late hit or not?
Not a late hit, but definitely a little.
maybe a little rough in the passer.
No, just a little shady. Don't go low on him. See that knee brace.
AJ, what do you think about all the rules protecting quarterbacks now? Does it make it hard for a defensive lineman? I know next year it'll probably affect you more than this year, but
I don't really pay too much mind to it because I ain't really got that many calls for like any penalties on hitting the quarterback too late or too low or something like that. So
Oof, and not a good
I don't
punt
really know
for
nothing too much about it.
Franklin there.
It's one of those you probably can't think about it too
Yeah.
much, right? Because you don't want to affect your
Yeah.
style of play or
Mhm.
whatever it is. So
Ooh, and the
Yeah.
punter looks like
Makes
he's
sense.
hurt.
Yeah.
Punter looked like he was limping off the field there.
We saw the fake slide a couple weeks ago.
Mhm. They took that out fast.
Yeah. Do you think that was
probably
the right
for the
move?
best, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely for the best. I mean, because you're trying to protect the quarterback, and so you teach players to let up when you see a quarterback start to slide. That's what those.
He looked good doing it, though.
I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
really cool.
I never seen it before. So it was
Yeah.
like,
I wanted to know who
Well,
taught him that.
It was
There we go.
literally like Saturday game, Monday, that
Right.
no fake slides.
Because every
Strip.
linebacker and defensive back in the country was
He's
like,
going for that
whoa, whoa,
strip
whoa.
every time.
Did you see what Demetrius tweeted after?
No.
He tweeted, I was going to take full advantage of that thing. I was like,
Demetrius doesn't need that move. He's already got.
Yeah.
He got too many.
He would have killed that move, though.
I was actually going through our stuff the other day, and there's a video of Demetrius. They were playing, I think, Shadow Creek maybe. Demetrius is running the ball, he takes off, and he made 2 defensive players hit each other at the goal line.
Gunter takes the timeout before 3rd and 4 here. They are just outside of midfield here, so of course we don't know the field goal capabilities of Gunter, but they can definitely pass the ball. So
they missed the PAT. I don't think they're very good.
well, but again,
Just saying.
that was the holder's fault, right? So
We'll say it's the holders. It wasn't a great snap either, just for the record.
There you go.
Looks like a pretty good crowd tonight.
It's been 13,000 at the last game.
Yeah, this one's maybe a little smaller
Mhm.
because this is D2, so smaller schools. It is kind of cool though. We get to see Westlake versus Denton Guyer last. It's the last game,
Same
which
as-
means if Dodge wins, he's walking off into the sunset
That's the last
as the last game of the
game of the year.
of the season. Yeah, can't script it much better than that.
Westlake gets the despite going D2, they do get to play in the last game of the year 3 straight years.
Yep.
Because D1 was the last game last year,
Mm-hmm.
so it alternates.
It looks like Gunter did not pick up the first down, and Franklin looks content to let it run out. Looks like they are going to go
Whoa.
for it here.
I think they'll probably wait until
Yeah, they were just trying to drop them off sides here. They won't snap it until maybe the last few
they
seconds.
might go for a Hail Mary here.
Well, they don't have anyone over the top. I'd take a shot here, even if you give the ball back.
Don't take a timeout because they're going to reset the defense. They're not going to snap it.
I would have liked to seen Duncanville versus Westlake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a good game.
That would have been, yep. We were just a couple of schools. I think Hayes didn't make the playoffs this year, which I think is what kind of set that all in motion where Westlake went D2,
D2.
yeah.
So,
Which is funny because Hayes is now going to 5A.
right. So they're the small schools. So
Yeah.
It's with Westlake going to be changing quite a bit next year. If anyone would take over that region, because we know it's likely going to be Lake Travis
Well,
and
I mean,
Vandergrift.
Don't count out Westlake.
Right. I'm saying if Westlake somehow collapses, and I'm not saying that's going to happen, who do you think from that region would be a team that we could see year in, year out?
I mean, I think it'd have to be Lake Travis, but I'm not taking my chips off of Westlake
No,
just yet.
no.
I mean, Klubnik went down. Don't forget for 3 games,
3 games.
and that quarterback came in and didn't really miss a beat.
Oh, no, I mean, they've got a team, and Coach Salazar, very likely going to be the next coach.
You still got Great House coming back. You got Quebeca coming back. You got this
Jack
sophomore-
Kaiser.
Running back,
sophomore
yeah.
running back who's going off right now. It's going to be an interesting team.
Well, it looks like we do got a little Hail Mary coming our way here, I would assume, with 4 seconds
they
left.
still don't have anyone over the top.
Maybe they got a deep safety, we just can't see.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No,
7,
they're
8, 9.
pressed.
No, that's 9. That's a 9. Oh, that is 11. Yep. I don't know why you're faking it
Yeah.
like that. It comes to
It's
illegal
coming
formation.
back.
Yeah.
Just throw it away. Oh, that was not away.
Oh!
It's going to come back, but oh my goodness.
Why?
So, just so everyone knows, Gunter just scored a touchdown, but there is a flag. Most likely an illegal formation of some sort. Crazy. Let's see here.
I think number 9 might get offered after tonight.
Don't see Gunter clapping.
That's
That
the
was
second
crazy.
touchdown that's gotten called off
Dang,
as a penalty.
that was a good catch.
Yep. I don't know what they called there, but because of course it wasn't on the ref when they made the call, but it was on Gunter. Come on, Bally.
Slow low blows. Subtle.
Oh, yep. Offsides is what they call him. 33 is what it looks like.
It's upsetting because as a running back, you should be able to kind of sit still for a second.
Ooh, man.
takes away a great play.
He's double teamed. Look at, oh my goodness.
High point in the ball.
On his head.
They're going to get an untimed down right here?
I mean, they shouldn't, right? Unless they're saying it happened before the play. If it was a false start, then that's weird that they're getting an untimed down here.
They're getting an untimed down and kneel with it.
They said not this time.
You get a little chippy down there.
And that is going to be halftime for us. 21-20 is your halftime score. Difference in the game so far is a missed PAT. And a penalty right there, because that was a touchdown.
They take the lead back right there.
Yep.
Now they're very likely going for 2.
Oh, and he is not happy. Look at this.
Yeah.
Talking to his players.
I would imagine this is one of those games where you go into halftime and everything's quiet. He's getting it all out right here. That's what it seems like.
Well, we'll put on some music during halftime. We'll do Scott's favorite new song that I found.
So good. So good.
And
Explosions in the Sky.
Esk.
S. That's right. No copyright.
May bring on Shayna to do a little halftime interview, but we'll be back for the start of the third quarter. So just hang out with us, and we'll be back to call the game at the start of the third quarter. Thanks for joining in, everyone. All right, we are going to try and get Shayna on the phone, who is on location, and see if she can give us a little halftime recap. All right, let's go ahead and give her a call now.
It's his weird coach. Plano, Allen, Denton, Southern Rose. I guess we're live.
No answer. Wah, wah. Let's see if I can get my backup person on location to give us a recap. Let's see what he says.
Who is it?
Good old friend of mine.
Who you calling, man? You calling Greg Tepper?
Yes, I'm currently calling Greg Tepper, everyone.
You calling Greg?
No.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the pod, yeah. He's the head coach of Allen for 13 years.
Got about 15 minutes left before the start of
Okay.
the third quarter.
Hold on. Are we live?
Yes.
Can we go mute for half a sec?
All right, what you got? Looks like no call in for this one, but maybe we'll see. We've got about 15 minutes left, but we'll put some music on until we get some things situated. So. All right, we're back with Franklin and Gunter. Second half about to start and get underway. A little buffering issue there. Sometimes that happens. So, but it looks like everything is all clear on the stream now. So glad to be back. I mean, what are the keys to the second half for both teams? Just anyone that wants to jump out and talk.
I guess for Franklin, I mean, they just got to keep pounding the rock. I mean, they're getting good chunks of yards and driving down the field, taking huge chunks of time off the clock. For Gunter, they gotta keep that passing game open. They've been able to get huge chunks of plays, throwing the ball. I know they're mainly a run primarily team, but they've been effective in the passing game too.
Yeah, Gunter was the team. We saw it in our last game. There's a team that just makes mistakes. Like, once you get past those mistakes, if Gunter doesn't have the penalties that they have in the first half, this game it's not tied. It's not a 1-point game. This is a 2-possession game probably. Gunter in the lead. So we saw Lorena do it last time. Mm-hmm. If they can get past that, then this game it can be blown wide open.
Well, Raul Ramirez says, "Go Franklin." Definitely looking at that revenge tour here, and right now they got
It's
that
almost-
one point lead.
It's almost looking like whoever has the ball last.
That's kind of what it feels
might
like.
win. I mean, they're kind of trading blows right now. Now going for 2 at some point could play a factor. But I don't know. What do you think, AJ?
I don't know. It's going back and forth, so I'm not gonna say anybody gonna win.
What do you think Gunter should be doing on offense to kind of keep things rolling?
I think they should pass it more. Just give number 9 a chance just to tear him up. Yeah, he got 3 receptions for like 3 touchdowns. So
yeah, I mean that last one right at the end of the half, not his fault. He did everything he can do and more. I mean he just jumped over a couple guys. So if they can get him involved, if they can get rid of those penalties on the O line, that's where it seems like a lot of them are coming
offsides
from.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm. You had a nice little halftime too.
Yeah.
So.
Beat him in ping pong. So first time playing, I tried to warn him, but that was
Wow, look at this.
He was like, "I'm good at everything I do."
Five of the 6 point drives in under 2 minutes tonight. BK 11 claps says Franklin beat us in quarterfinals. I'm going for them out of respect. Gotta love that. There we go. All right, well here we go. Franklin gets the ball to start, unless there's an onside kick like Stratford did to Falls City there in the first game of the day.
We still don't know if it was on purpose or not.
Yeah,
It
definitely
was not on purpose.
Yeah.
The T went farther than the ball.
And here we go. Third quarter underway. Nice little return. Did what you can.
Yeah, he's just. AJ said it a couple times. He's just not getting the blocks. It's. I mean, he's got some quickness. Not really speed, but definitely quick on his feet, and he can break through for 25, 30 yards. If he can get the blocks. Hasn't happened at all.
How many times has Franklin thrown the ball today?
They tried one pass attempt and he threw it away.
Yeah, that's right. On that third down.
Ooh, they on that.
There you go.
Great play by the line. I think that's the linebacker there. Snuff that out real quick.
Yeah, if you're a linebacker, just follow the pulls. The pull's gonna lead you to the play.
Might have been a backside DN actually.
I feel like you're your defense guy, and obviously you are.
Yeah.
You really got to know your assignments,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially when they're trying to go in this direction. Is that the key that you always try to keep in the back of your mind?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Most of my IQ came from experience being on the field, so I've been playing for a long time. But
Ooh, nice little hole for Franklin.
There you go.
I think they got the first down there.
I feel like the ends just need to go just crash it right now instead of like sliding out. Like the outside linebackers, like 8 or something, if you run this way, just go crashing instead of sliding. They open up lanes.
Seems like Gunter's been the better tackling team in this game.
I know you don't normally see offenses like these two that are being played tonight. How do you think that with the size and speed of 6A, do you think an offense like this would work in 6A?
If they do it the right way, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Because with those big old linemen, then somebody just back there that.
Oh no!
It's been so
Wait,
many.
did he go down already?
I don't know why
He must have picked it up on the ground.
Yeah.
Right, with his knee or something down.
There's been so many fumbles today.
Wow. That is not good. I mean, just a huge momentum changer. Franklin was moving that ball.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like though you won't see it as much at the 5A, 6A level because a lot of guys are looking to play in college, and that's not what they're running in college either, right?
I mean, you have Liberty Hill. I guess that's the only real 5A that I can think about, 6A wise.
And they just moved up to 5A last year.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I watched them with their size for 5A running that offense. It's scary.
that's a large team.
Yeah, it's a big team. It was physical,
Big
fast.
country boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Liberty Hill.
those are the guys that are running it are the linebackers and the defensive
yeah.
linemen.
Dang.
It's ridiculous.
Southfield Cliff might have to put some old linemen on defense.
Big third down here for Gunter. Of course, we don't know the range of their field goal kicker. We might find out here in a second. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Man, he didn't even block them.
That was nice.
Just missed him.
Number 6, just great getting through that.
Quarterback's got to throw a little block there.
He ran right straight through that. I don't even think he touched him.
So I think it's kind of funny that we've seen a lot of these trickery, double end rounds, but both teams are ready for it because the other team, they run play like that, so the defenses have seen it in practice.
Ooh, almost lost the ball too. Here we go. Looks like they are going for a 4th down. Looks like we got a little pass.
Throw it.
Oh!
Oh
my goodness.
That's just a guy. I'm just going to hold on to this ball. I'm not gonna
Interception by Franklin. Gets the ball right back.
He didn't even try to return it. He just first person he seen, I'm about to hit him.
He looks tiny in those pads. I don't know if they're big pads, but
He just I'm about to run you over.
It's a little hit at the end of that throw too.
Ooh.
And he said hit the
Yeah, his head hit the floor there.
So I was just about to say that it looked like Gunter was kind of waiting for Franklin to make that mistake again because they weren't able to capitalize him, early on to the way they wanted to. Franklin finally makes the mistake, and then Gunter does the same exact thing 2 plays later. So it's kind of a wash.
It's kind of reminiscent
Something like that, yeah.
of the last game. When we had, or actually the first game when Stafford had 2 chances at interceptions before the half, and luckily Fall City wasn't able to capitalize on it. But I think Gunter there, that was the time to kind of take back the lead and show your dominance back in the game.
So who all playing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll have the 4A and one of the 5As. So that means we have Gilmer. So we have Gilmer, China Spring. Yep, we have
Cuero, LBJ.
Stephenville, LBJ.
Is Cuero out?
Yes, Cuero lost to China Spring.
Oh.
And then we will have in the last game Katie Paytow versus College Station. What?
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was saying that's where Bryle's going to start.
Oh yeah, he's at Mount Vernon now. Who lost last?
No, he's out.
He's out.
Yeah.
He's out.
Well, he didn't coach this year.
Oh,
He's not coaching right now.
fired or?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Payto College Station. That's it may be the game of the weekend. I'm gonna be.
Could be. It could very well be. Yep.
That's
If
We
it's not-
were talking about that. College Station had a tough road.
If it's not
to
this
get there,
one,
beating
if it's not
St.
this one,
Ryan,
it's that
Mansfield
one.
Summit. Paytow. I mean, that
They
game
put
against
up-
Flower Bluff was not.
They put up 73 points last week, so
I don't know who to win. I don't know who we got. I mean, do you know any of the guys over at Paytown?
But I know we beat Hightower early in the season, and then
Yeah.
Paytown just smacked them. So I was like,
and then
Who's
the
that?
next week, Payto lost to Manville.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I do believe
But
Paytow.
Manville in the playoffs.
Uh-oh.
They
Or they
did.
beat High
Bryson
Town?
Washington.
Oh, Bryson Washington is gone.
Is he the guy you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow. What a run right there.
Oh.
But I do believe I was saying Patel had one of the running backs out against Manville. Or both the running backs.
Jacob Brown.
I'm not too sure. I just remember, I think that's
Yeah.
what
He just got
happened.
offered by
Man, look at this run by Washington, though. I mean, just
Woo!
stiff on. He did it all. He had the agility,
Nice.
he had the power and the speed right there. He showed it all.
Kicking off the tee. Come on.
This is.
It's good.
Oh, he got it. So now it's 8. So that's where we get into this territory of
Yep.
Gunter's gonna feel like they have to go for 2.
Yeah.
I feel this early in the third, you kick the field goal.
I'm okay with it in a one-score game. If it was like in the last game where it was a 2-score game, it was 15. That's where you kick the extra point first, and then you go for 2 next time.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay if Gunner were to score if they went for 2. Because
However-
it's always hard to know. Are you going to score again? I don't know.
The 2-point conversions that we've seen today have come after big gain plays. They haven't come after the goal line, touchdowns, because we talked about this earlier.
You're running the same
You're
style.
running the same sets. I mean, you may have 3 different sets at the goal line, and if you just had to take 4 downs, defense has seen all of them at that point.
AJ, for you, being a defensive lineman, when y'all get a team close to the goal line, and you'll say on first and second down, you guys have stopped them in the run. What's your mentality? Do you guys feel like you have a idea of what they're going to be trying to do after the first 2 plays, or are you just going in there and just playing technique?
I'm gonna just say playing technique because you never can know what the offense gonna do in red zone because you just can't tell. They might do a play action and dump it over the top, so you just gotta be disciplined, do your job, and trust in the guys on side. You're gonna do their job, so don't try to overdo
Woo,
nothing.
what a hit.
The later we get in this week, the bigger hits we get, I think.
I think that North Shore Duncanville game is going to be
We're gonna hear some
pretty
cracks.
physical game. Obviously, you have Duncanville, you have Jordan Crooks going to Arkansas.
Amaria Bohr.
Yeah, that entire defense is just very talented, and then North Shore is a very physical offense as well. So we'll see how that is.
Got Chris Ross. Yeah, it's got to be one of the biggest players in Texas high school football.
Uh-oh.
Other than
Well,
AJ.
that's a nice little opening. That's some good vision, though, to see that kind of back.
Wish 12 would have gotten out a little bit faster. Get that block. Oh,
Ooh, can you get the
Virginia
edge?
Okay,
No, that's
he's
no
Hang
first
on to
down.
that football, man.
scoring touchdowns, making tackles.
Oh, and now he's down.
He's tired.
Now he's cramping.
Did you do that? You jinxed him.
Don't put that on me.
He just tired.
I can't tell if he's cramping or you got hit
Yeah, he's cramping.
in a sensitive spot. We saw it earlier.
Yeah, we did see it earlier.
I think he just tired.
Oh, he's just like gassed right now.
AJ, I don't know if y'all harped on this earlier, but I mean, we do see a lot of guys going both ways in the lower levels. What position would you have wanted to play if you could play both ways? Did y'all harp on that a
Yeah,
little
we
bit?
did. Running back.
Oh,
Yeah.
be like Douglas Brooks.
And I see him.
Oh,
See
man.
him doing that, I get mad. But like, dang, I know I can do that. Show off my athleticism as a big guy.
Did you ever watch this show Friday Night Tykes and see him on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. See
I was
him
actually
play?
on Friday Night Tykes too.
Really?
Yeah, I played with the Gators.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's right. Everybody go rewatch Friday Night Tykes. go check out the Gator. You'll see AJ there.
Here we go, Gunner, with a 2nd and 5 already at the Franklin 35. That looked like a false start.
I think it was a little early motion.
Yeah. Big third down. We know they're not going to kick it from here, so this is probably 2 down territory.
Put the ball in the quarterback's hands.
Someone kind of looked like Franklin and called the timeout.
The quarterback's in a weird spot 'cause it's like shotgun, but like only 2 or 3 yards behind him. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's 5 yards like he's usually. It's a weird.
It's kind of like how it's the hybrid kind of wing tee essentially. Coastal Carolina's doing it right now, and I think it's very similar to what they're doing. Gives you the ability to be back in the gun, and gives you more misdirection, I guess, from the gun.
I seen them play Austin LBJ.
They're a good team.
Yeah. They played at Alamo Dome before us, the game right before us.
That's right.
Against Bernie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're undefeated, right?
Yes, they are.
They're pretty good. They won it in the last 30 seconds last week.
Yes. They scored with 9 seconds to go.
They were the favorites coming into the playoffs, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the number 1 team in.
And 4A.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Peyto district that ended up being kind of crazy because all 3 teams lost. You know, they had
To each other.
right. So Hightower beat Man.
Big first down pickup right there.
Lost Mount.
Yeah, so, you can kind of listen to it.
And they all 3 of them made it to the regional semis.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah,
Regional semis.
because
Yeah.
Manville
played Hightower, and Hightower won again.
Right.
So Hightower beat
Flag on the
Manville
play.
twice in a year.
twice.
We're going to get another
And
illegal
Hightower
formation.
beat.
Hightower.
Hightower twice in a year.
But who they beat before Hightower? That's what.
Cedar Park.
Texas.
Cedar
High.
Park.
Yeah, Texas played Crosby. Is that who it was?
Crosby played Texas City, yeah. Or Texas High from
Texas.
Texarkana.
One.
Ooh, looks
then
like
the
we
winner of
got a
that game
defensive penalty.
played- Texas won that game.
Legal
right?
substitution.
No, Crosby won.
Crosby
then they
won.
played Liberty Hill in the regional.
Oh yeah. I think.
Or semis. No, state semis.
Say something.
Yes. I know, it's like 6A, D1, D2, 5A, D1, D2. They kind of keep my wires crossed a little bit.
Feels like we've been in the playoffs longer than we were in the regular season at this point. Can't remember like knowing what game was going to be next week.
Adrian, was it nice being like back on schedule? Like last year with it being a
Oh yeah.
behind year, was it nice being like on regular?
Yeah,
Okay.
get more stats, some more games to play. I only played 10 games last year, and I was like, dang, that's not enough. I need
You
more
want
stats.
more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this year, I came back like wanting to get good stats. So my goal was 20 sacks. I got 21. So
Nice.
Congrats, man.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Your first team all district, right?
I won district MVP.
That's what-
Unanimous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Last person to do that was Ed Oliver.
I was
Last
waiting
defense-
to bring
last-
up Ed Oliver.
Last defense.
Oh,
tackle.
wide open. Touchdown.
All I didn't do was throw the ball. Franklin pass coverage is not that good.
And here we go. Are they going for 2? I think they will be.
And here is
I think you guys wait one more score.
Yeah.
You're kind of trading blows right now.
It's like
You're
nobody-
out of the game.
Look at that.
Nobody
wide
covered.
open. Yeah,
covered
wide
the
open.
pass.
I think it was number 15 was just kind of confused on who his guy was.
And they are indeed going for 2 here. Trying to tie up the
I
game.
love this set for the 2-point.
Oh no.
That's not
Oh,
going to work
wow.
though.
That looked like a
Nope. Ain't.
Oh!
Oh! You had him. Wow.
Yes.
Well,
So Franklin's just giving up on plays. They don't see. It's as simple as that. They're giving up on plays just a little bit too soon.
I think they're getting tired.
They're getting tired out
Yeah.
there.
Definitely the two-way guys. You can tell they're starting to cramp up, get a little out of wind.
That's 31 right there. He could have made that tackle, and in the first quarter, he probably is making that tackle.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
oh look, that's my point right there, Dr. Childs.
Which one?
It was the burnt orange
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
down. And then Bryson, another friend of mine, both on the sidelines there.
Yeah, I said that earlier. It looked like 2 coaches.
a tie game for the first time since 14-14. We had 14-14, and then we had 21-20. So, you're the first big defensive lineman at Westfield since Ed Oliver, and that was about close to 10 years ago? No, that was only about 5 years ago.
$8 ain't that.
2016.
Yeah, 2016, that's what it was.
2015.
Have you met him before? Or do you have any kind of relationship with him?
Yeah, I talked to him a few times. We're actually like an hour, like our hometowns, like we're from Louisiana, it's like an hour apart. So
Oh, wow.
that's crazy. But yeah, he come back to the school sometimes, and we chop it up.
Well, your recruitment's been opened up, and Houston's one of those schools that they tried to recruit you at all there. No, he's staying out of it this time.
Uh-oh.
It seems like he's doing well up in Buffalo.
That's what I was just about to say. He probably focusing on
Yeah.
his job and stuff.
Man, how cold did that game look a couple weeks ago?
Jeez.
When they were playing, I forgot, were they playing the Chargers or
They're
The
both
Patriots.
like-
Patriots up there? Yeah, man. I was like,
And the Patriots didn't
10
pass.
degrees.
Yeah, they ran the ball like
Yeah,
every
they
time.
only passed it 3 times.
oh man.
There you go. It works in the NFL, y'all.
When the wind was blowing like 30 miles an hour.
40, I think they said
40?
45 miles an hour.
They
Dang.
got a shoulder popped out.
Golly, we need indoor stadiums up there, right?
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
man.
I don't really like playing in the cold, but I don't know.
I will say, watching the Michigan Ohio State game when it was like snowing and everything.
That was cool.
That was cool. There's something about a good snow game.
Yeah.
It just feels right.
Yeah.
It was cool,
But I'm with you. I wouldn't want to be out
Yeah.
there.
Every time you touch something, it just hurts.
Yeah.
You have a dream NFL team that you would want to play for?
Cowboys.
Maybe the Saints.
All right.
That ain't my favorite team. Just if I would get to choose, I'd probably play for the
They're
Saints.
playing Superdome.
Yeah.
Cut it
My
out.
college team will be playing there.
Ooh.
In Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure if you heard
Not-
Big 12 champs.
Not,
so,
not,
yeah,
not in the
yeah, no
playoff,
big deal.
though, right?
Not in the playoff, because of Shadrach Banks ruined our. See, because he's
Oh,
playing
yeah,
linebacker
that
at
pick-
TCU,
that
and
pick.
he picked him off.
Yeah.
I was like,
Man,
who?
That was
did
a great
what?
game.
Shadrach
That was-
Banks.
These Franklin running backs are starting to get cramped up playing both ways. You just
Mhm.
saw
I mean, that's the same
Bobby
time.
Washington hop off the field. Now we got Bryson coming back on the field. Malcolm Murphy hopping off the field too.
I mean, it's one of the kind of negatives, if you will, about, having those blowout games. They're probably not playing far into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're not only are they going to be doing that, but they're playing in a tight game.
Yeah.
I won't go there, but yes.
Yes, we talked about a team
We
earlier.
talked about a team earlier who was doing that. Well, dude, like it's kind of hard in your district too, AJ. Like, y'all kind of blow out some teams. That's like
Yeah, we-
spring.
we were-
Like,
Yeah.
does that kind of make it more difficult whenever y'all do face a team like or is that why y'all probably
Play
play
early.
short?
We play them
Yeah.
early. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't be like we've been playing
Mm,
all
here we
these
go.
bad teams and then gotta go play a good team.
But if it was
But
up,
that kind of messes us up for the playoffs a little bit
Mhm.
because like the second half of the district that we play is like most blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we play spring like the fourth week and North Shore the third week. So the good games are usually at the front.
Right.
But I think Westfield's going to be going to the Klein district, so it's going to be some.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Interesting.
Westfield, or not Westfield, Franklin going for it on fourth down here.
Like,
Oh, they got it.
Oh.
And more.
Oh.
Oh! A shoestring tackle away from another touchdown.
AJ, kind of homing on what you just said. Does that mean spring would follow?
Mm-hmm. Spring and the Caney.
Certain mock
So
realignment.
then all team would go to a different
Mhm.
district. Probably.
You
don't know,
you
bro.
know this
Yeah.
person? I feel like they might know you there.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
There you go. Your uncle says.
Is your uncle?
Their uncle said the Saints laugh out loud.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
We'll play this tape in 5 years if you get drafted by the Saints.
And touchdown,
Man.
Franklin.
Malcolm Murphy with a nice little run there. Ball was
No
bonkers.
celebrate. Oh, there you go.
Gritty.
Well, what's funny too is they just show on the graphic he gets the least amount of yards a game between the three of them, and I think he has the most right now. He's stepping up big for
Oh,
him.
he's probably the healthiest right now. All the other ones are
Yeah, 15 been
getting
running all day.
cramps. I like how forward's just like,
Yeah.
you got it.
The lower A's got like brothers, the Brooks brothers, and now them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gunter just can't really stop that run.
Now the all-important extra point is good.
Man, that kicker kicks it, and he's just like, all right, I'm going back to Stockton.
35-28, Franklin over Gunter. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left in this one, in the third quarter, I should say. And I think this one's gonna finish out and be a doozy here. I feel like.
I think so. I think we're set for. We had a good finish earlier today. I think we're set for another good one.
AJ, do you have any picks for your team that you think might win for 6A on either game?
I think Duncanville's gonna win. I think Westlake's gonna win. And 5A. Who all playing in 5A? Peyto and who?
Peyto and College Station.
And then
The other one
DC.
is
South
Liberty
Lake.
Hill, South
Liberty
Lake.
Hills, South Lake. So,
I think South Oak Cliff gonna win, and then College Station.
I agree with those picks. I could see North Shore maybe pulling it out, but that Duncanville defense is
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, they made South Lake Carroll look pedestrian.
I mean South
They
Lake
made
Carroll
them
has
look
a top 2
average.
running back in high school football, right?
Yeah, I think we could beat South Lake Carroll.
You think so?
Yeah, by watching the game, they look too.
Well, I mean that was the only time they looked like that all year. I promise you that.
Here we go.
They put up
Question in the chat. Gus Garza says, "Is Franklin's speed too much for Gunter?" What do we think?
Oh. The speed? I don't know. The quality of running backs. You've seen the kind of running backs get dinged up, maybe go out for a few plays, and then the next one just was ready for Adam. I think it's more their depth than anything, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they got 3 solid backs that on any team they could be the starter. And I mean, when you got that, it's hard to slow it down.
You ever face a team with just so many good backs, you didn't know what to do with yourself?
Nah, shut them down.
You played Zach Evans in 2019, right?
yeah, he was out that game.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's one of those
so
guys.
I never played against him. But don't
He's good.
don't get me wrong. We played some teams with a lot of good backs, but they weren't just running over us like that. Nobody never did that.
Got Jaden Robertson
Joe
from
played-
Decaney this year.
And it's,
The running back from Decaney. He's Jaden Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
he
he
didn't-
did.
he didn't
What
do
was
anything.
Emmett Smith Jr.?
Oh yeah,
on
he
that?
did pretty good. Yeah, he did do pretty good
The
against
Dallas
us.
Jesuit team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me to answer your question, I think so. I mean, when you have 3 backs that can, routinely put up 100 yards a game, I think only one of them didn't in the graphic they showed. And you can just switch them out at will. Yeah, I think that's going to be key for Franklin going into this fourth quarter against Gunter.
Well, also when you run the ball that much, it
Just wear 'em
wears out
down.
the defense,
Yeah.
right? Kind of getting tired of getting hit
Yeah.
come fourth quarter.
Then they playing both sides, so it's
Mm-hmm.
whoever lasts the longest, that's who gonna win.
Gunter was-
Design there?
It looked like it. I mean, because if you look at the play, it looks like one of the guys was like kind of signaling to the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
But Gunter has some pretty decent field position on this one. We'll see what they can do with it. Like AJ is saying, just start throwing it because Franklin has not done a good job with the pass so far. Not much on first down on the run there.
Yeah, I think this is, really where we're getting into the stretch. This game may slow down a little bit.
Yep.
Been going back and forth, and I'm wrong.
Boy.
Bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, as soon as you say it, they got a long, deep pass. And, like AJ said, I mean, the pass ain't broke. Don't fix it. And I do
the run
understand.
doesn't work, you know.
I do understand trying to set, probably run the ball and try and set up the pass, but Franklin really hasn't really shown the ability to. I mean, the only pass that really stopped was that fourth down play, which was the interception. But even then, I mean, he kind of just threw in desperation. So there we go. We got 3rd and about 5.
So they need to do a pass play out of the package like that. Sneak a tight end up the field, fake the run.
And they decide to run it. And they will not pick it up.
Depends on the spot.
Nah, I ain't give it to him.
If we've got any Gunter people here, what are the 3 letters on the back of their jersey? TPW?
Oh, they gave him the first down.
Oh,
There you go. That was a good spot. I did not think he had gotten the first down there.
I think.
And are we reviewing here?
Look how little number 50 is. Oh my god.
Looks like we might be reviewing this spot. I mean, I thought he was short.
I think if I'm Gunter right here, if this first down stays how it is, I think I take a shot to number 9 again. I mean, he's been able to get open, been able to catch the ball over the DBs tonight. I think he could go.
Well, the question is, let's say he is short, though. I mean, with still plenty of time left, do you go for the points and kick a field goal?
no.
How short is it like?
Looks like, I mean, they're inside the red zone, I believe.
I mean, how short is the first, like?
Oh, it'd probably be 4th and less than a yard.
I think you go for it.
But let's see.
Still plenty of time.
Let's see if we can get a good view here. I thought he was short, but let's see.
I think if he would have cut back to the right, he would have gotten it pretty easily.
I mean, he needs to get to the. It looks like the yard. Looks like.
I think he's about a yard short.
Needs to get to the 13, and it doesn't look like he gets there to me. If you ask me, I think he is short. That first angle was a lot better, and just from my viewing, I would say he's short. But we'll see. I mean, the call on the field was a first down, so you need that indispensable proof, if you will.
How hard do you think it is for referees who they don't use replay all year to have to go back and look at replay? I know there's probably someone telling them.
Yeah.
But for them to judge it on the screen themselves.
Yeah. Did y'all like the XFL was kind of short-lived the second time around, and I think it might come back, but I liked when they did the replays where you got to see the person and hear them talk through the process. I really like that. Here we go. Let's see. Looks like first down. Yep. Couldn't see if he could say confirmed or stands, but regardless, it is a first down for Gunter here. And they are knocking on the door looking to tie this thing up.
It's a TPW.
Yeah, anyone in chat that is from Gunter, let us know if you know what TPW stands for on the back of their jerseys here.
I think you take.
Quarterback keeper and gets about 5.
These quarterbacks in these small schools are not afraid to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because most of them are playing linebacker or defensive back, and they're used to it. But
I'm thinking the Gunter quarterback was born to play quarterback with the first name Hutt.
I believe he's committed to Texas Tech.
I think I did see that.
Let's check that out.
How does that happen? All I do is run the ball.
And Franklin ties it up. Not Franklin, Gunter ties it up. Touchdown, Gunter. Not ties it up, yeah. Yeah, let's not, I mean, yeah, because they're, yeah, I mean, they've already missed one today, so I shouldn't speak too soon there.
Only one missed PAT all game.
Good call by Will there. The Gunter quarterback is committed to, or signed to Texas Tech.
Signed.
Saw that. You see the headband? Is that
as a defensive back, correct?
It says quarterback in 24/7.
Ooh,
that might be wrong.
I don't think so.
Actually, no. He is being recruited as a safety.
Okay.
That's what AJ said. He's good, but they don't pass the ball.
1:45 left in the third, and it is all tied up again. This one is the barn burner, as they say.
That would be long gone from the Patrick Mahomes.
We do have a flag on the play here.
When they're slinging it 65 times a game.
So this penalty could be on Franklin. So if it is on Franklin, do you move the ball to the 1 and go for 2 here?
No,
I
no
think
chance.
I think you keep the points.
You know what happens when you do that.
You Oklahoma State it.
Mm-hmm.
Short by an inch.
Come on now, you're talking dirty to me. Dude, seriously, I can't get over that. Oklahoma State was literally an inch away from potentially a playoff berth.
So they'll take the penalty on the kickoff. It looks like some type of personal foul.
And you know who stopped him? Was he was a 6-year walk-on.
That's a super senior.
Yeah, super senior. He got the extra year of eligibility because of COVID.
AJ and I were in 6th grade when he started college.
So, you talking about Martinez in Nebraska?
That's not fun, bro.
How many quarterbacks did Martinez in Nebraska had?
I think Martinez has been the starting quarterback at Nebraska since like 05.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Where's he getting all these years of eligibility from?
It's like Brandon Whedon at Oklahoma State. Starting a quarterback at 28 years old.
Well, what's crazy is that
It's like
you had Taylor Martinez in the late 2000s.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like 08, 09, something like that, right?
Yeah, and that's when Nebraska actually played Texas for the Big 12 championship to see if Texas would
when
go.
Tucker got the field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him versus Colt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that was right before they left for the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, surprisingly, Adrian, the quarterback who's in the portal now, is not related. But they still have the same style of play.
It's a very uncommon last name.
No relation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, I
Last
just
name
think it's
Martinez.
interesting.
It's like
Both of
Jones.
them have the same style of game. They both kind of read option. And
He just announced where he transferred to.
He did?
K-State.
Oh, yeah, I saw that actually.
Oh.
K-State. There you go. Breaking news. Yeah, because one of the VYPE founders is K-State guy, so he's been blowing us up about it. He was super excited.
AJ, what are your thoughts about the transfer portal and what's doing?
I think they overusing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like where you are, you just jumping in maybe because you're not starting or something. So I'm gonna just leave because I'm not starting. But I don't know.
You think people should maybe stick it out, see actually what happens?
Just work hard, be hard hat, and just put your head down and work hard.
See, I heard someone saying maybe you have to wait 2 years to enter the portal. What do you think about that?
I don't know. It's good both ways because it might be good because you might be in a bad situation, or it's bad because you in a good situation, but you got the big head and think you should be starting like as soon as you.
That's true because every situation is different.
Yeah,
right?
so it's good and bad.
Right, if you got a Joe Burrow situation where he's never going to play at Ohio State, the depth chart is just too loaded there.
Yep.
And he's not a hothead, but he realizes he can go to a little bit lesser of a program and
change it. Yeah.
Change the program. I mean,
it changes life at the same time.
Yeah,
no kid.
I mean, that's a guy that's going to be
he was like not even
or,
on a draft board, and then he's the first overall pick.
And won Heisman and national champion.
I love that picture of him just like smoking the cigar.
Yeah, that's the loudest picture ever.
Like,
it's like some Tony Montana stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really interesting hearing like coaches' perspectives too on it, like high school coaches, because obviously like I'm sure your high school coach is looking out for you too.
Yeah, they just talked to me about that today.
Really? Yeah. So like, because I mean, something we've talked to is like the Foster coach McDowell Williams over at Fort Marshall, and they look out for their guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, transfer portal almost not ruining college football, but just it's changing.
It's messing up the recruiting for the high school kids.
Right, and it's really going to hurt the smaller teams because.
Well, for example, a school like Texas State, they're not recruiting high school kids. They're getting all these transfer guys who want to play immediately. And I think they have one high school commit right now. I mean,
but at the same time,
because you can fact check it. But it's
the portal hurts and helps them because depending on if you're a mid-major right now, and you develop a guy that wasn't, a big recruit coming to high school, turn him into a star player, even like the running back at Houston, you've got to be afraid that he's going to jump ship just because, you're not at the biggest school.
He's from Grand Oaks.
Right, I'm not saying that he
He's
will.
from Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge, yeah.
He's not elite.
He's legit.
Yeah, not gonna
Nah.
But
He's
but
legit.
guys that are small schools, if they're saying,
That baby's having a good time.
Yeah, he is. Because he started as a true freshman, I believe. And then they're going into Big 12, so.
but guys that, a team like Boise State or even quarterback, the Incarnate Word quarterback, he's good. He's decided that he's going to go play.
Miami?
No, he hasn't decided yet.
He got some good offers.
Cameron Ward.
I can't.
That's a nice run by Bryson Washington right there. Pick up some much needed yards.
He played for
Short
Crosby
third
last year?
down.
I don't. He's from Crosby.
Yeah.
He wasn't last year. Last year was Reggie Branch and.
Ooh, nicely. Oh no!
Was done.
Wow. This is how you know we're late in the game. I mean, that was a tackle easy in the first quarter,
Yeah.
and now.
Tell you what, Bryson's been playing really hard tonight running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Ward just got an offer from Ohio State a couple days ago.
Really? Jeez.
I think he is Crosby. I saw Crosby
Yeah, how do you
tweet
know?
it and stuff. Don't quote me on it.
And if I'm a quarterback in the portal right now, Ole Miss is definitely.
Looking real good.
Yeah.
Bo Nix.
It's a good hit.
Into the third quarter, and we're all tied up. 35-35.
Got a good one.
We got a good one on our hands for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Transfer portal, extra COVID year too. That don't help nobody.
See, I don't understand the
It's-
extra
well,
COVID year
so-
for football players.
So tell. Well, maybe I don't know if we should tell the story or not. Your boy Ferguson
Oh,
at
yeah,
the Woodlands.
I
Ben
talked to
Ferguson.
him. We talked about it in there.
The running back?
Actually, I didn't tell you. The wide receiver,
Oh.
number 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, he's a kid that, I mean, you even said it
Mhm.
yourself, he
He's
should have
good.
some offers.
Yeah.
Other than
Sneaky
just
good.
one. And I think there's a lot of kids like that should have D1 offers, but because of COVID, you have guys coming back for 2-3 more years with eligibility, and guys like that. I mean, there was a school, I'm not going to name the school, a D1 school, pretty good school, that told him like, we might give you a PWO now, but if COVID didn't happen, we would have given you an offer. And I think COVID really affected a lot of your class and the class below you, especially class of 21 too.
21 was bad.
Yeah.
It affected a lot of them getting some of these offers.
The portal might get worse because some good players might go to a smaller school and do real good and then want to go to a bigger school where they should have been in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Well, what we're going to see is these guys in the class of 20 and 21, and it's mainly happened this year. It'll happen next year, too. They committed to schools without visiting them
Oh,
because
yeah.
there was the dead period for a year and a half. So these guys were offered, had all their communication, and committed to schools and signed without ever meeting the
Seeing
coaches
the
in
video.
person or seeing the campus.
Mm-hmm.
So then they go onto campus. First of all, they're not playing. Second of all, they don't know anyone.
That's bad.
How
He
do
found
you
his spot,
feel about the ability of being able to actually? I mean, this year you got to visit campuses, I'm sure. Did you like were you happy that you finally got to kind of go on some of these campuses, go on these official visits and stuff, and enjoy it? Whereas, like last year, you weren't really able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really one of the big parts why I decommitted. I just wanted to take my visits and enjoy it. I mean, it's free. They bring you out to see a college. Like, everybody don't get the...
Especially East Coast or wherever it may be, right?
Yeah, everybody don't get the chance to go, like, visit a college or get recruited by a college. So why not take advantage of that and go, visit for free? And they feed you real good. They treat you like... Like, visits are the best. Like, every time you come back from a visit, you're like, damn, I'm finna commit. Let's go. You gotta stop yourself. I swear.
I remember you saying the first time we talked was, a week or two after you originally committed. But at that point, how many visits was Virginia the only visit that you had taken?
Yep, that was my first one.
And we see that with a lot of guys. They take their first visit and they commit where that is. If they've got the official offer, they jump on it. I just saw it with a player today, too.
Uh-oh, guess who? Murphy, touchdown, Franklin.
That's 3 or 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Another goodie.
Man, it's crazy that
They've thrown the ball, what,
Once, and it was...
And putting up 42 points.
Yeah, it was a throwaway.
This is crazy.
Yeah, he fast. 24.
4 is always down there with him, too.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, if you look at if you look at the defensive player that's chasing him, that's that number 9, the wide receiver. I mean, he's been going both ways all night. So I'm sure in the fourth quarter now, it's really going to be about who's able to conserve their energy till now and finish the game strong.
You think you could run all game like that?
Both sides.
You had to think about that one,
I play every snap on defense, take double teams dang near every play, so I feel like
And still
It's
got
about the
21
same.
sacks this
Yeah.
year.
So-
Let's go.
so doing that throughout the season probably would get me in shape. By now, I'm probably sure I'll be used to doing it. I wouldn't still be getting tired. I don't think so. Because your body should adapt to that if you're doing that all season long.
Sure.
For 4 years at that, if you're at the same school, doing both ways. So
I'm sure a lot of those guys, too, are
Look at that.
some
13
sort of
rushes.
basketball players, or
200
baseball
yards.
players, I'm
That's
sure track.
absolute-
So they're
That's
They're
a
doing-
crazy
they're been
stat
doing
line
it.
right there for a state championship game.
I wonder who they're going to give it the MVP to if they win.
You gotta think he gets it, right?
13
15
rushes,
did, yeah,
200 yards. What's that per carry?
15.4.
Wow.
Did
That
you
was-
just know that off the top of your head?
It was
Oh,
on
for goodness sake. That would be goodness. gracious.
Will, you should have gone with it. You should have been like,
Just
yeah.
said, yeah.
Well, I think Gus asked a while ago, is Franklin's speed too much? It just might be, right?
Yup.
It just might be.
And I think the fact that in the third quarter you saw them start rotating those backs, kind of saving them for this fourth quarter, it's going to be huge down the stretch here.
You can scout a lot, but I imagine when you guys are studying film, you're usually scouting for 2 or 3 players, not 2 or 3 separate running backs, right?
Yeah. But some teams that we go against, they got a lot of good players, so got to scout for everybody because they can hit you from any position on the field. So
I'm going to ask about a guy in your district who we were talking about him earlier. Ryan Niblett over at
oh yeah,
Eisenhower. He's gotten some really
Got,
Yeah, he
got
just got
bad.
out.
we got Alabama offer now.
yeah, he very
That's
athletic.
who I
Yeah.
was talking about earlier.
That's
That's
yeah.
Is that who?
I knew he was on the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Surprised or
not really.
not really?
He had a good season. He pretty good to me, so I'm not gonna hate on nobody.
Yeah.
He good. He a good football player.
He can play every position too.
I think he played both sides too.
Yeah, he plays corner and receiver, and I mean originally he was the quarterback there.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, because we did a story on him moving from quarterback to receiver, because that's just I think
So
what they needed at the time.
Another guy in your district, Jonah Wilson, who went from
Oh, yeah.
quarterback to receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Wilson good too.
Mm-hmm. And Decaney's got some. They had some really good pieces this year. If they can put it all together next year, and that's a really good team, don't you think?
Yep.
Well, big third down for Gunter here, 3rd and 1.
Seems like Northside of Houston really had some
Yeah.
good football.
It looks like a little bit of false start there, but they didn't call it.
It really does, right? That's kind of, maybe it's just their way they move, but I've seen that a few times from them.
I think it's the line, how quick they'll
Yeah.
see that right tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early. I mean, because he's crawling already.
It's kind of almost like the Liberty Hill effect, right? They're moving so fast that you can't see it in time.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I think Westwood might win district again next year, but just got to get over that hump in the playoffs.
Dude, that y'all's region, I'm sure y'all talked about it earlier.
It's too hard.
Tough
It's
region, man.
I mean,
toughest.
like I
It's the
said,
region of death.
there's 3 teams that I thought were, probably going to win state
Yeah.
at one point in that region.
Well, I think Region 2, D1 and D2 were both just like crazy hard.
Yeah.
Take shot.
Oh, you got to catch that.
Tough. I don't know if I'd have looked for something more coming his way. Try to throw that across his body. Not always the best decision as a quarterback, but in some cases, Johnny Manziel, it works out.
Just
A little behind him there, but
you're right though. With like even throwing Allen, Duncanville, Spring,
Yeah, that whole
Walls,
side right there.
and then the Woodlands too. You got
I mean, those are all high quality teams that could have easily all made it to the third round, if not
When
farther.
you talk about like the AP 25 coming into that, it was you guys, Spring, Duncanville.
No, sure.
What do you think?
Well,
Punt here, guys?
just in your region,
Fourth
the
and
Woodlands
one.
was in there, so that's
I think it's
4.
fourth and about 6. Yeah.
DeSoto might have been in there too.
yeah.
10
Well,
minutes in the game, I punt.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's
Gunter's
too much
over
time.
3 on 4th down, so
The issue is you haven't been able to stop
yeah,
it.
and it looks like they are punting, which yeah,
I mean, probably the percentage you say punting. If you're on the 50 or on the
That's a
side
good
of the field,
punt too.
very good punt.
Yeah.
How many punts have we seen in this game?
A lot,
Not,
actually.
not a lot. No, I think it's like 3 maybe.
Three.
I
Yeah.
think we've seen the most. I think Gunter's punted each time.
I think so. Yeah.
He tried to punt, but he ran.
Oh no, we have seen quite a few because Franklin has had some really. I think Franklin's punted 3
Oh,
times.
that's
Yeah, number 4 is there.
Yeah.
that was-
But I'll tell you, a lot better punts this game.
Yes, yes.
Last game we saw quite a few shanks.
What was really weird to me, I was like, Cy-Fair District has 3 and 2, Region 3 and 2 in there. So they theoretically could have 2 Cy-Fair teams play each other for state championship.
They're gonna find Murphy again here, aren't they? Oh,
Why he did?
He should have cut it.
Oh,
No
no way! Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, your offensive MVP.
saw
Wow!
that one coming.
What
The
was
second
that?
they put him in motion.
That didn't even look right. What?
Just
Another greedy. He keep doing the same celebration.
he's got to switch it up.
He may end up with 300.
You see this?
I mean, there's no way. I mean, look at that.
Oh no.
Look at number 4's on the waist there.
Wow.
I mean, now we're talking about maybe this game.
This is a
Getting out of
weird.
reach. He's got 280 now. He had 203.
Yeah, that-
somewhere around there.
I think that was like that was either like a 79-yard touchdown or I'd go 79 to 84-yard touchdown right there.
That was 85 yards.
85.
Yeah.
That's at least 3 or 4 broken tackles.
So
They just kept hitting him. They weren't rapping.
He's just showing off right there, isn't he? Because, like AJ was saying, he could have just gone outside and he still would have gotten the touchdown.
Yeah. He ran into.
Or it was just a bad read on his part.
I think we're at about 18 yards per carry now.
I'll get it, the calculation in my head.
All right, what you got? Give me a calculator. You ready to
285. I'd go 14 carries. That's crazy.
I mean, he's the third back.
About 22, 21 per carry.
Yeah, so I was thinking 20.
That's insane that they have 3 back. And I bet you the other 2. Bryson's above 100. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's why. What else about this
You
year?
can't wait to see those final stats of every. Yes. How many rushing yards, passing yards? 0.
And they were able to put up 49 points. Insane.
This really is like that meme because all the running backs they have.
The 3-headed monster.
Dog.
dog? That other running back, dog. Yeah. He looks like a linebacker, but I guess he plays running back, dog.
Yeah, that looked like Gunter gave up. He didn't even try
It's
to.
like defeated.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, this is kind of like the first
wins
game,
out of their
right?
cells.
The game was close, and then eventually Stratford just pulls away a little bit. It's kind of what we're looking at here. I mean, this one's happening a little bit sooner than that one, but still.
If I'm Franklin, though, I'm not taking my foot off the gas.
Here we go. There. Ooh, man.
Oh, he can
Murphy's
get it.
gonna get that. He's gonna get
Jonathan
that.
Brooks guy was
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, he's not.
Man, that was just.
And that just happened last year.
Where did he end
Over
up?
under.
Texas.
Over
That's
under.
right, yeah.
Does he break the record?
Oh, yeah. I think right now, the way the game's going, you try and get him to get that record. I mean, they're going to be running the ball anyways.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to find out what the record for any playoff or any state title game is because Jonathan Gray from
Alito.
Decaney, who
No, it was
Jonathan Gray
Alito.
was
Alito?
Alito.
Trey Williams.
Trey Williams,
Trey
from,
Williams went to Duquesne.
from Decaney, those two have the record, right? It's tied.
I think.
Yeah. Trey went off that year.
Mm-hmm. He holds the single season record, right?
I think so.
Holmes is going to give him a run for his money next
Oh, no, he got an interception! Oh!
Nice running back.
He had
He's so
it.
mad.
It's had to.
I mean, if he breaks the record, regardless of how this game ends up,
Look at that. Oh.
Just can't hang with him, I guess.
He got up there now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Lost it when you fell, I guess.
yeah. Tried to.
Oh.
No.
Got the wind knocked out
Who
of him.
jinxed him?
Jackson.
Jackson, I blame you.
He's all good.
He said, all right, let me go on the bench for this drive.
He's smiling. AJ, what is? I know. I would assume you're gonna say spring Westfield game. What's the craziest atmosphere game you've played in? Like fans on both sides, just packed.
Mm. I have to say versus Dallas Jesuit in NRG.
Mm.
Yeah.
They bring out a crowd. That's
I played in a lot of games like that though. Like the spring and whistle game always be like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
North Shore too.
I'm not sure, yeah.
I'll tell you what. Well, I don't know if you felt the same, but that Liberty Hill Crosby game was loud.
It was very
on
loud.
both
Yeah.
sides.
That's,
They both traveled well.
But Liberty Hill has traveled well all playoffs, no matter where. I mean, they were in Austin, San Marcos, and then in Bryan, and about the same size crowd. So it doesn't matter where they are.
AJ, what do you think about all the teams that do like the crazy like playoff thing? Like South Lake Herald does like
The
they
dye
bleach their
hair,
hair and stuff like that.
I wanted to do something like that.
You
I was like, I said something to my team. I was like, y'all want to dye out here? He's like, no. Yeah, I will do something fun like that, but
convince your college team to do it.
nah, they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I think by the time you get to that level.
Dye our hair for the bowl game. It's a long time out.
It looked like they may have called timeout to try and get Murphy back in, I feel like. Because he had to come out for a play.
He still has to stay out if I'm.
I think that's what the refs are telling him.
Even though I thought that it was the rule. Maybe it's just college.
The other thing could be, like, I don't know if this happens at the UI level, is maybe, because they are able to review, maybe they're saying he's in the concussion protocol, maybe. Because I'm not exactly sure what the injury was.
That was a great play on 3rd and 3 there by the Franklin D lineman there.
If he comes back in, yeah.
They've got to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you want to stay in this game, you got to get this.
What a play.
I think you run something rolling out again, give them a couple different route trees
They haven't stopped
coming
the
across
pass,
the field.
so.
Yeah, I don't know why they've gone away to it, really.
Here we go. There it is.
Murphy,
Ooh, he chopped me.
Right to his guy.
you got it though.
I would attack with Cole Lemons right now for Gunter. They haven't really been able to find an answer for him.
Yeah, and you can't just keep on running the ball because, let's say you do score, you kick it to Franklin, they're going to chew
Yeah,
up
it's
clock
just
with the
throwing
run.
the ball.
So you're going to have to start
Yeah,
passing it a little
you
more
don't
here.
want to get into these onside kicks. I mean, it just doesn't seem like it matters if Franklin starts out, but you would really prefer to pin him back.
And you already have only 2 timeouts left.
Pass coming. Oh, that's got to be intercepted. And it is.
Oh,
And
look who it is.
Guess
None
who?
other than Malcolm Murphy.
He's like, wait, this isn't going to go my rushing total. Get down.
I gotta get 50 more on the drive.
Oh,
Come on, get one more interception. Name him.
Offensive end, defensive
Yeah,
end.
we thought we were going to
Alrighty.
see that in the first game until it was blown up by Stratford.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the put away drive right here.
I mean, just perfect.
Wow.
Do you know if this is how many state championships this would be for Franklin? Have they won before?
I believe they have. Let's see.
Oh, they pulled him out. There goes the other Washington brother, Bobby.
Number 4 is always right there.
Yeah, he must just be the best blocking receiver ever because he's.
No.
He doesn't take a block there. Never mind. he just runs and hopes the lineman can take care of it.
I think he's more out there as a decoy, spread the field out a little bit.
24, let's get back out there and get that record.
He only needs 13 yards to break the record. We'll see if he gets a chance.
They've got to send him right.
Oh,
Oh.
the 24.
Get down to the 13-yard line. Let him get the 13 and the touchdown.
Just
Yes.
who came in as number 1 and who came in as
I
number
believe Franklin is number 1.
They're playing like it. They may not have him in right now because they want to take some time off the clock, and the way he's playing, no one's gonna tackle him.
Yes. I mean, this would be their first state title. Franklin.
Is Malcolm Murphy a senior? Because if not, then next year they're going to be returning a pretty stout running back crew with Bryson and Malcolm if he comes back, if he's a junior.
Let's see. He is a senior.
Malcolm Murphy not in any recruiting databases, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, he about to get some looks.
Neither does Bryson, but I expect that to change. Pretty good athlete.
Maybe some PWOs in the next few days.
He's about 6 foot, 185. Bryson.
Gotta come off the field.
I think Malcolm could play at a D2, D3 easy. Speed on him. I think you gotta put, you gotta put him in and let him get it.
You're one of those guys who, if your only options were D2, D3, or JUCO, but you could go, to your whatever your dream school is, just to
From JUCO.
you'd go JUCO.
Like out of D2, D3, and JUCO,
Yeah,
Or like a
like-
PWO.
or a PWO.
I'll probably go JUCO and kill it and then get offers from there. I see a lot of people do that, so it looks like the smartest way.
Looks like Franklin.
And also, you knock out those first freshman classes that,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be a lot easier to JUCO
Yeah,
to
JUCO.
take in general.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wrong way. Forward.
He's got incredible
Ooh,
dang.
balance. That might dock it a little bit.
Well, he can just make up for it right here. I'm assuming they're going to run it. I'm assuming they're going to run it with him. That's what I should have said. They've taken 4 minutes.
Yeah.
At least. I think they might have been maybe like 8:50.
All of a sudden, I looked up and there's only 4.5 minutes left to go in this game.
It's crazy how fast games go when a team runs the ball a lot.
Yeah, right.
That Crosby game last week, I felt like was extremely fast with how much Liberty Hill runs the ball.
Crosby won out last week.
Liberty Hill won.
I don't know what your take was. I felt like it was a closer game than the score indicated for most of it. Till the end.
Liberty Hill never looks like they're going to lose a game. They never look like they're playing from behind. That's really the only team, and I can't say Westlake because Westlake never plays from behind. But when Liberty Hill is behind, it still feels like they're in control. Like it really doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen them lose a game. I don't know what it looks like when they lose a game, but I would be shocked because I mean the way they play, they don't take any shots, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no, and really, I'll tell you what I thought the difference was in the game, and there's one kid who plays safety and wide receiver for Crosby. He had 2 chances at interceptions in that game, or no, he had a chance at an interception at the game, and then right before the half they threw a Hail Mary, and it was perfect. Went right into the kid's hands, and it went right through it. And it's stuff like that where the interception would have stopped the touchdown and kept it, I think it was tied at the time, maybe.
21?
I think it was 14. Actually, I think it was 14-7, maybe. And it would have kept it, given the ball back on their side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect possession. Ended up not happening. Then it's 21-7 at half, I think. But right before the half, they threw a Hail Mary. Ball goes right through the receiver's hands. But a play like that, you're only going down by a touchdown going to half, and you get the ball.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. But Liberty Hill definitely can control a game with that run game, and if you're not ready for it and you're not disciplined, good luck.
That's what I
They're
heard.
fun to watch, but man, awful to play against.
Yeah, I heard they might try to keep the ball away from South Oak Cliff with the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, they can just run it outside. I mean, they've got some boys to go inside, and they've got some quicker guys.
They've got a 6'2", 250 linebacker.
There you go.
Fullback.
Top 10, week 1, Franklin number 1, Gunter number 2. Week 11, Franklin number 1, Gunter number 2.
Yeah.
These have been the top 2 teams in 3A D2 all year.
Great game too.
Mm-hmm.
Best game of the day.
And really, we've seen that with 6A. I mean, not the top 2 teams as the last 4, but, you know, all 4 of those teams at least top 10 going into the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like
for
across
6A,
the state.
Across the state.
Yeah.
Westlake was 1.
I think the one shocker is South Oak Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, Tomball making their run
Also, yeah,
in
Tomball.
6A was quite shocking, I would say.
But out of the teams that
I
are
don't
left, the 4 that are left,
Yeah, State.
Yeah.
I mean, people weren't talking about Geyer, but Geyer was a top 10 team coming in, at least top 15 at least, and with
Yeah,
Maybe
people are talking about
Atascocita.
Duncanville and Southlake a little bit more, but then when Atascocita beat Allen, that was a big shocker. But then Geyer goes and takes care of business against Atascocita when they were fully healthy. So that's when I think that's when I was like, all right, Geyer's going to be at least making a really.
So what do you think, 4th and 24, they go for it, or just try to maybe like squib kick and pin them deep?
I think go for it.
Man, I think you go for it. Give it to Malcolm and
Yeah.
just see like if he can get anything.
He's
I
gonna.
think he only needs like 6. I think he took a 3-yard loss, so I think
16.
he only needs 16 yards. So even if they don't get the first, he breaks the record. They're up by 2 touchdowns.
He's gonna get one more shot though.
Yeah. I think Gunter has to score
That's great for the
in less than a minute in order to make this comeback.
He's
Oh, he's
lined up.
receiver.
I'm calling a screen
Bush.
pass to
Thank
the
you.
left.
Second pass of the day. Boo. What happened?
They call timeout.
Ah, come on. Let's see the pass.
Now I've run the ball.
I think they're going to do like a little swing pass and then throw it to 24 down the field.
Oh, okay. A little pass, a little trickery.
Trickeration.
That's what it looked like they was about to do.
Imagine calling 2 timeouts on 4th and 24. That's what Gunter just did. But hey, you need the ball here.
2 timeouts at 4th and 20.
You gotta get the ball. Oh, also, guys, I know why it's GT. It's not for Gunter, Texas.
What is
It's
it?
because their mascot's the tiger.
Gunner Tiger.
Did you figure out the back of the jersey, the TPW?
Let's see. Let's Google that.
Or, yeah, is that what it is?
Alright,
TPW.
TPW.
No. Tough people win. Is what it stands for.
Yeah, I just seen that. Yeah, on the
One of the scoreboard or one of the little.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Kind of like Crosby's Code Red stuff.
Oh, that's what happens.
Pick it up,
when you
Brian.
pass.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't really matter because you're getting the ball right in that same spot.
I should have picked
anyways.
that up.
Well, that's why I think you punt it there, right? If you're not confident you get the first down, you punt it, try and pin them inside the 10 instead of getting it here, around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that considering you've only passed it once in the game.
Yeah.
Should have picked it
I,
up.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the pass attempts on this season for the quarterback. He's a senior, so I'm curious to see his stats for passing the ball.
Well, Gunter does not have any more timeouts left, and there's
You gotta
over 4 minutes left to go.
vertical down the field across the middle of the field.
Double move.
Oh,
Oh. That was number 9. Maybe one of his best plays right there, tipping the ball. There were 3 guys around him. Any one of them could have picked it off.
Yeah, and that's the thing about obviously being down 2 scores with about 4 minutes left is you play just a little prevent here, and I mean, there you go. You got 3 guys right on it.
That's perfect coverage.
Oh,
2 in a
almost
row.
intercepted again. Here we go, 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Gunner knows that they're probably going to need one deep pass that goes for a touchdown. They can't be, you can't have a 2-minute drive right here. They can't have more than probably a minute. No more timeouts. I'm not faked it, but
Ooh, nice hit
really
by 32
close
there.
to a first down though.
Yeah, I think he's just short. I think that hit made it just short. We'll see. Yeah, 4th down.
Yeah, that wasn't designed, but he had a sure first down
Yep.
to the tight end there. Didn't take it.
Get the first down, though.
They gotta get up to the line and score quick. Don't want to leave Franklin. I guess at this point, you're going onside kick. You don't have any timeouts.
Yep.
Put him on skates a little bit.
P.
And guess who?
You got to give it to him now, right? Take it back for a touchdown. Oh, come on.
Nah,
him
he's
get
playing it
this-
safe
Let
there.
him get the 16 yards, break the record. He's defensive MVP and offensive MVP. What a game by Uncle Murphy.
Wow.
What a way
I
to
don't
end
know,
your
just wow.
what a way to
That's
end your
awesome.
high school career right
Good
there.
for him.
All right.
I don't know how you're a college coach right now, and you're watching this, and you're not thinking about offering a kid.
Well,
like this.
there's quite a few of them watching it. I promise you that.
Crazy stats tonight.
Yeah. Well, that was a good interception, but it feels more like a punt return. It's late. We've been.
We're gonna have this all day.
This is
We've
our.
been here
This
for
is
a
the
while.
11th, this is the 11th hour.
Yeah, it literally is the 11th hour. Our first stream went live at 11 o'clock and it's 10.
Been up since 6 a.m.
Back up here tomorrow.
And the next day. That's right, we're going through Saturday, folks.
And then we're going to hibernate.
We'll be here all week. Y'all come laugh with us. Watch some games.
I think another first down just about ends it. And it looks like he's not on the field, so this is...
Oh, man.
Oh. I think Ford was telling him, go down, go down.
Ford really likes to just throw blocks late after his guys already passed him.
He's going to be in all the pictures, I promise you that.
Not even wrapping up.
But AJ, you got any visits set here pretty soon after the holidays?
In January, I might go to TCU and then whoever else.
Here
So I have
comes
to go
the
Someone up.
victory formation. Looks like I got to take a knee 3 times, and this game will
That's
be
awesome.
over.
Congrats. Hope they go well.
Thank you.
2 more of those, and
Looks like Jackson, your boy's not going to break the record.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
it's about the team.
But now the question becomes, does he win offensive and defensive MVP?
I think-
I
has
think
to.
that's without question.
It's hard not to, right? Like,
I mean, the only other guy I could consider, which was a key interception, the linebacker who made the interception, was that early in the third? Right after Franklin fumbled.
Yeah, on that 4th down.
That interception was key because it got Franklin the ball back, was able to let them take the lead and kind of go back and forth with them ahead most of the time.
still have to get 1 here.
Yep, 1 more.
So, I mean, this great story. They lose last year at the last second.
They lose in 2015.
Did they go for 2? Is that why they lost?
I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Canadian just scored in the last second. It's probably like a missed PAT or something.
We had 1A through 4A 3 weeks early. Is that what it
Head
was?
coach is pretty pumped on the sideline right there.
And that will do it.
Well, we'll wait for
Man,
MVPs. But, oh, man, this is... Out of the 3 that we've seen today, this is the biggest celebration.
Time's still going off the clock, but I'm putting final in this one, 49-35. Let me just go ahead and throw this up while we do it. Congratulations
love how you
to the
have that
Franklin
video.
Tigers, your 2021 UIL 3A D2 champions. Again, we'll stay with you to see who the offensive and defensive MVP is, but we're thinking it's Murphy on both of those.
Ah, taking it all in right there.
I wonder what that feels like. Dang.
First title in
Just
school
stewing
history.
right now, aren't you?
Oh, here we go. We got Cade Farrar. Thoughts on College Station? Who did you pick in that one? You said
Conversation.
College Station. Yeah, College. That should be. Besides this one, that should be the game. Probably one of the closest games of the weekend on paper.
So we're talking about College Station has had a tougher road
Yep.
as opposed to Paytown, probably. My concern is hopefully, because I'm sure you know, the deeper in the playoffs, the harder your road. I hope you're more battle tested, but I hope you're not too worn down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing about College Station. Paytown theoretically has more rest. It could be maybe short. So it just comes out who comes out flat and who comes out sharp.
See, CJ Dumas told me they're not taking players out, when they're in blowouts, because they know they're going to have to play a full 48 minutes tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They can't do what a couple.
Did I
other
say the
teams-
Tigers, Gus? I'm sorry. I didn't mean the Lions. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. It's been a
Who's
long.
that mascot, Jai?
I'm sorry about that, Gus. I did not mean to say Tigers. It is the Lions, yes. Been working, like I said, on the 11th hour right now, so.
Yeah, I think we're picking College Station, but it wouldn't be shocking to see Paytown.
Yeah.
I think the real question is Paytown is going to be going up against a good College Station offense tomorrow, especially tight end Houston Thomas, who's going to UTSA. Very underrated tight end in the state. We'll see how that matchup goes against that Paytown defense.
First state championship in school history. I think It's the first one we've seen. All state week.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin.
We've talked about these state championships, what they do for small communities, but to be the first, that's something else.
It's awesome.
Something always that town will remember.
Right. Because.
Oh, there we go. Cade Farrar. He is the College Station sitter. Well, we're picking you, Cade. So do big things tomorrow. We'll be watching. We'll be here watching you. So good luck tomorrow, man.
Let's go. Yeah, good luck. College Station Center. Just watch out for the pit top running back. He's getting here. Jacob Brown.
So next year, Franklin is headed up to 3A D1.
Oh, 3A D1. All right.
And Paytal's moving up to 6A next year.
Your uncle said Paytal by 21.
And they're good. Yeah, they are good. But I don't know. College Station beat Dayton Ryan.
So, right.
Yeah,
And Wakeland.
And guess who Franklin
beat Park.
Yeah, well, and guess who
And then beat Mansfield Summit.
guess who Franklin beat in week 1?
Lorena.
Yep, there you go.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
So I guess does that mean they have claim to the 3A crown? Do a different team, right?
maybe they can play on Sunday.
It was a close game, though, right? If I recall, 27-24, I think, was the Franklin Lorena.
Yeah, it was a close game. Yep. Both of their games against them and China Spring were one possession losses. So.
You mean
Oh no, so Lorena, Lorena did beat Franklin.
Franklin's 15-0.
Yeah. What? Wait.
You mean Franklin?
Yes. I'm sorry. Lorena. Yeah, lost to Franklin and China Spring. That's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Hey, you have a good night as well, Kate. And again, rest up and good luck tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are some other movements? So Paytal's moving up to 6A next year. Highland Park is moving up to 6A
That's
next
going to
year.
be fun.
That's be interesting.
Finally, they're moving up to 6A.
I mean, they're outside of Westlake, Highland Park is the most noteworthy 6A. I mean, big school in Texas.
What do you mean?
Like from
Just from
a
notoriety,
historic standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause that was the joke of Highland Park, right? They were always like 2 kids short of moving up to the division.
They were.
I think seeing them play.
They had the .9
teams
kids.
Like Westlake, Southlake, Carroll, Allen. You could have.
It depends on which district they go in, because they've never really been in this situation before.
They'll go in that Southlake Carroll district.
Yeah, I think so.
Who else is in there?
Ooh,
No, because then...
They might go.
No, because that's like McKinney... No. They wouldn't go Southlake Carroll, because that's like Northwest ISD, like Byron Nelson.
They might go McKinney ISD.
They'll probably get roped into the Richardson district with J.J. Pierce.
With Pierce, yeah. Pierce and Richardson
and Lake Highlands.
Duncanville's not in that one.
No,
right.
They're in the...
Duncanville, DeSoto are in the same. And,
We find out about
Actually,
MVPs yet? I haven't
Richardson
seen
is in
anything. Well,
We've got. I haven't seen anything. We do have.
I saw player of the game, but
Jack in the Box.
The Jack
Yeah,
Not sponsored.
Yeah. Not sponsored. Who's the VYPE player of the game? I mean, it's gotta be that.
So, anyone want to guess attendance on this one?
I'm going to say this one's a smaller. I'm going to say 11,000.
I'll say 9,500.
I'm gonna go 7,000.
What y'all talking about?
Attendance for this
Attendance
game?
for the game.
Oh, say 650.
650.
6,500.
You were on the mark again. 11.
Jeez.
I promise I'm not looking it up. I promise.
You gotta unfollow Matt Stepp on Twitter.
I'll hit 20,000.
Yeah.
On Saturday. Right?
Some people are thinking the South Oak Cliff Liberty Hill will probably be around 60K.
I think the Duncanville North Shore game is going to be the most because
Hit
what?
60K.
That's what people.
What?
That's what people are estimating. Some people are estimating that
They're not
game.
going to open up the second level, are they?
I don't
The
know.
second level was open there.
But
I
look,
mean, the top
so
level.
I'll tell you this: I was at the Longview Westbrook game, and that was 40K. And let me tell you,
That was electric.
that was electric.
Yeah, the entire town of Longview.
2018.
Yep.
That was 682, right?
Yes. Yep.
Westbrook made it to state that year.
They did.
Huh.
Bryce Anderson was a freshman.
Interesting. So that was your freshman year?
Mm-hmm. We should.
All right. Any updates on the?
I don't
Terrence Gibson got hurt. I started quarterback.
Oh,
He had a
really?
backup the rest of the season.
Who's y'all list to?
Longview 14-0.
Have not seen the
No,
MVPs
14
yet. Let's see.
Yeah, it was 14-0.
14-0?
Yeah, if we had Terrence, we would have scored.
Yeah.
And they called back a touchdown too for us.
Was that against Haynes?
And we missed 2 field goals. We was kicking in the wind, kicked it, just fell back. 2
Right.
of them.
Haynes King was the quarterback in that game, wasn't
We
What
could have
did you
beat them
think
if we'd
about?
had
I mean,
Terrence
you were
Gibson.
young back then, but what did you think about him when you guys played him?
Haynes King?
Mhm.
He was pretty good. Straight.
You don't have to say that because I'm Aggie.
Nah, he was straight. Yeah, he wasn't all that to me. He was straight.
Okay.
He didn't have a goal line, so I couldn't really tell.
he? They're gonna make us wait a minute on these
MVPs.
That's,
Yeah.
that's hard too. 'cause
I'm not
guys
seeing
keep
anything
developing
yet.
in college and
Yeah.
everything.
The offensive MVP is Malcolm Murphy.
Yep. And it looks like 32 here.
Defense,
Is
Colby
defensive.
Smith.
Yep.
It's the guy who got the interception in the third quarter. Key interception there.
And
I wonder if they're like not allowed to give it to the
That's
same
what I
person.
was about to ask.
I think somebody wanted both 1 year.
1 year someone did. I can't remember.
From
who it was.
Kiro. He go to UT now.
Jordan Whittington.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the
Quero, yeah.
Quero,
The
wide
wide receiver.
receiver.
Mhm.
He was a running back. Now he's a receiver. He
Yeah,
plays
you too.
slot. He's number 4.
He was
Okay.
class of 2019.
yeah.
right?
When you got Bijan Robinson,
Yeah, he had tore his ACL twice, right?
Yeah.
He,
Really?
he's playing his
Freshman
first year this year.
Sophomore year towards the ACL.
20. Yeah. Your uncle said it was.
So there you go. Murphy gets the offensive, and then 32 gets the defensive. That's gonna do it for us. I mean, we'll be back tomorrow, probably around 10:50, 10:55 for the 11 a.m. game, and that one is. Let me find out which one. That's Austin LBJ Stephenville. You gotta tune in for that one, folks. That's gonna be a great game, and heck, we'll be back. We got some great ones today. We hope to have some great ones tomorrow. Man, thanks for joining us today. It was tons of fun. And
Awesome.
hey,
Thank you.
have fun with that recruitment process, man. I know we'll be standing by waiting to hear what you eventually decide on, but enjoy the process. It's gonna be it'll come and go before you know it. So enjoy that process, man.
Yes, sir.
Any last words you want to say to anybody out there?
Tune in for the state games. Gonna be some good games coming up, and thank you guys for having me.
Hey, anytime, man. Thanks again, and y'all have a good one. Peace out.